Love me now? Would you love me if I was down and out? Would you still have love for me, girl? All right. I can't sing like Nate Dogg, but here we are. Everybody, welcome back. Finally. I feel like I haven't done a live stream in forever. But we out here. Happy birthday to Jay-Z, one of the greatest rappers of all time. Am I live? I got to make sure I'm live. I never know with this thing. I always got to have the technical issues off the get. All right. Welcome back, everybody. It's good to be back. There's a lot to discuss. First off, what's up, Kobe? Thank you so much for joining the stream once again. Always appreciate your support, man. I almost said preacher. I got to get my tongue tied this morning. All right. A lot to discuss, man. What to do with Aston Villa assets. Who am I going to captain this week? I feel like I'm screaming into the mic right now, so I might calm my voice down a wee bit. All right, so this is what my team is looking like as of right now. As I let the chat start running. Yeah, that's my squad right now. Coming in off the bench for Grealish, I will have Bissouma. So my team will look like this. I won't be playing with a goalkeeper this week. It is what it is. There's I don't want to waste a transfer on a keeper. I got other issues to take care of first before I go for a keeper change. And I like Martinez. He'll have 2 double game weeks now, most likely moving into the future. So this is what my team will look like. I won't have Bissouma in there for now. I will have Jack Grealish just in case for the random chance that that Villa do play this game week. So I will have him in there. Yeah, that's what my team's looking like right now. I did make one transfer this week. What's up, Wilbur? Thank you so much for joining the chat, man. I know. Welcome back, dude. I feel like we missed you, man. I feel like you haven't been here in a little while. No, Kobe, do you for real take out a -20? Oh my gosh. Let me. I'm just gonna share this on Twitter real quick to let the tweeting world know I'm going live. Even though I'm not on Twitter too much anymore, I feel like it's convinced too many moves of mine, so I'm kind of trying to stay off Twitter at the time being. Bear with me as I can't multitask, man. Yeah, this is my team right now. I guess I'll talk about my team while I type, see if I can do both. I can't do both. There's no way I can do both. Going live now. Come through for a good laugh. Is that what I should make it? All right. Or not. Whatever. Tweeting it. All right, I'm done. It's over. Make sure that's my actual Twitter account. Okay, back to real life. Yeah. So this is what my team is looking like right now. I'm captaining Harry Kane, man. It's a bit of a Top Gun move, but I feel like it's... I'll go over it here in a little bit after I catch up with a couple comments. Kobe, you for real taking out a -20 this week? Oh, man. That's... Oh, that's huge. A -20, dude. Oof. That's, yeah. Who'd you take out and who'd you bring in? I'm assuming you took out some Villa players, maybe some Newcastle. Yeah, let me know who you transferred out. Everyone who's here, let me know who you transferred in, who you transferred out. What are you thinking about doing for your captaincy decision? I haven't had a stream in almost 2 weeks, so I feel like I need to catch up with y'all. Almost like a little high school reunion right now. Let's see, where are we at? Eric Castillo, welcome, Eric Castillo. Always thank you for your support, man. Let's see, yeah, I'm doing well. Life is going good over here. California just went on our lockdown ×2. It's our second lockdown, so I got a lot more time to stream and watch some football. Not like I was doing anything anyway, but yeah, dude, how you doing? How's life in Indiana, right? Let's see, Chelsea. Yeah, dude, going with the Chelsea 3-piece this week. The triple up. I'm still not too sure about the Chelsea triple up. I didn't like it on paper. But here's the thing. This is why I went with the Chelsea triple. I got James in my squad last night, right before price rises. I wanted to wait till today, but I really wanted to make the move. So my squad, if you knew from last week, I'll show what my squad looked like last week. Last week my squad was like that, right? I had Lamptey on the bench, and so the choice was between dropping Cancelo or dropping Lamptey, because my thought process was, I can't keep getting donuts from Cancelo. Like, he is going to start from time to time, of course. He could start this week versus Fulham. And if he does, he could be in for a double-digit haul, which obviously would suck because I dropped him. But then the next week, you never know if he's going to play the next week, right? So, let me make sure, is my microphone the one that's being used? I'm going to make sure my microphone's the one that's being used real quick. Excuse me for going in the matrix. I didn't check this before. Audio output is not being used right now. All right, so I got to change my microphone too while we in it. I don't know. All right, whatever. Yeah, so actually not whatever. I got to fix the microphone. A lot of stuttering to start. Dude, you take 2 weeks off from FPL, man, and my YouTube channel is already slacking. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. That's what I want. Definitely gonna have to edit this out afterwards. Audio input. All right, yeah, we good. I don't know why I'm tripping. All right. So my thought was, I can't keep getting Cancelo off the bench, and the reason I picked him up 2-3 weeks ago is because even though I knew he'd be a rotation risk, I thought Kilman was going to consistently start, and now that he didn't start last week, they went back to that 4-man back line, Wolverhampton. It makes me a little nervous, especially now that Seiss is back. You know, Seiss may get some time going forward, and if that's the case, I'm going to have zeros on my bench week in and week out. And if I looked at last week or last season, there'd be times where Mendy was healthy, and Mendy would get to start like 6 game weeks in a row, and Cancelo would just start Champions League, Mendy during Prem. So I didn't want to take that 3-4 weeks of a donut in a row. So I did end up dropping Cancelo. And I thought Reece James, I mean, everyone knows how good Reece James has been. They almost call him a lot of people call him the new Trent Alexander-Arnold, whatever, you take that for whatever it's worth. But he's been balling out, man. He's a bonus points magnet. Chelsea have the best defense in the league, in my opinion, if not top 2, top 3. And he gets so far up the pitch. I thought him and Chilwell are the second and third highest scoring defenders in the game. He's still only 5.1. And then I look at his output before I get into some more comments. I look at how much he's played these last while, because that was a big thing too. Is he going to start week in, week out? He started 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He started 8 of the 10 game weeks, and if I'm not mistaken, one of those he was hurt. Whoop, my camera. So yeah, dude, Reece James is the way to go. I brought him in. I think he is more nailed on than I previously thought, so I brought him in. Got the triple Chelsea. As far as my future plans, Ryan, what's up, Ryan? Welcome. As far as my future plans, next week I'm either going to get rid of Calvert-Lewin and bring in Danny Ings because I got 0.8 in the bank, or I drop Ziyech and bring in Diogo Jota. Those are my two thoughts going into the weekend. All right, let's see. Kobe says, brought in KDB for Son, KWP for Cancelo, and Watkins for Shea Adams. Ooh, that last one hurts. Oh, because Ollie Watkins ain't going to be playing this weekend, most likely. Oh, dang, oh, that sucks. I mean, I like it for the future. I like Ollie Watkins as a player, even though he's not on penalties anymore. I still think Ollie Watkins is a good player moving forward. But, that does suck. Man, I love the KDB move. I'm assuming you're going to put the captaincy on KDB. If I had him, I would no-brainer do it. Walker Peters for Cancelo, I like that as well. Wilbur, as far as captaining Harry Kane, the reason I'm still not convinced I'm going to do it. I feel like it's still too risky. Is because I look at Arsenal's past 3 games and the form they have. They gave up 3 to Aston Villa and 2, if I'm not mistaken, 3. And Ollie Watkins, who was the striker for Villa, scored 2 of those. And then the next week they played Leeds, and Bamford had like 3. Bamford had 5 shots, and 3 of those should have been goals. And so I look at this Arsenal match, and they're not playing all that great. And opponent strikers who have been playing against them have been scoring almost at will. And so I see Harry Kane. This is the first home game they've allowed fans back in their stadiums in like 8 months, even though it's only like 2,000 people. Still, he's going to be at that game. It's a home game. And I see Harry Kane coming away with a big game this weekend. But I don't know. Because the big thing, too, is you look at... dang, I really need to catch up on comments. I'm talking too much about my squad. Last thing. The big thing, too, is Spurs play a little... parking the bus, they let the other team do what they want, and then they'll counter, right? But that was against City and Chelsea, who possess the ball better than Arsenal do as far as up the pitch. Arsenal pass the ball a lot through the back, but they don't pass the ball too much in the attacking third, in my opinion. And so I don't see them parking the bus all that much here in this game. That's why I picked Harry Kane. But I could easily switch that over to Bruno Fernandes, and that's probably a smarter option. Let's see. Eric Castillo, glad to hear out of here well and be safe. The pandemic is nuts. Seriously, the numbers in Los Angeles are through the roof right now. I think they say like 1 in every 200 people, if I'm not mistaken, 250. This was last week, so it's probably even higher now. 1 in 250 Angelinos are have COVID right now. So LA is stay safe. Just working to stay as safe as possible. I agree, man. Glad to hear you're doing well, though, Eric. Glad to hear you're doing well. See, Kobe says, catching up on comments, and Jota for Ziyech. Ooh, I like the Jota move. I love Diogo Jota. I think there's no way that he can be benched now, man. He's been playing too well. There's no that if you're Klopp, you find a way to get him in, especially with all the injuries they have. Such a deal at that price. He's probably my move next week. Wilbur, I brought in Wilson earlier. And then I brought in Wilson earlier on, and then I knew that he wasn't playing. I had to take him out for Adams. A -4 to bring him out. That's rough, man. The worst thing too is I'm hearing Wilson could be out for 2 weeks because there's so many outbreaks within that squad. Next week might not even be safe. That is rough, man. That is rough. I mean, yeah, many people sleeping on Mendy. He always gets points consistently. I agree. If I was going to make a keeper move this week, I'd probably bring in Mendy. That was the move I was gonna do. So if I'm not mistaken, Mendy's only 5.1. Let me fact check this right quick. Mendy. Oh, he's 5.2 now. So he's 5.2, but even then, Martinez I think is 4.8. Yeah, so you'd only be a 0.4 more for me. 0.5, I think, actually. But yeah, dude, Mendy's solid. Mendy's solid. The only reason why I wouldn't go Mendy personally, other than the fact I don't want to use a transfer on my keeper, is because I think Chilwell and James are so good for their price. Chilwell's a bit expensive now, but I got him at like 5.6 or whatever it was. So I think Chilwell and James are so good at that price, and I want to, in a perfect world, keep that third Chelsea option open, because now Pulisic is healthy. Werner might be sliding back as a striker now. Kai Havertz is going to be sliding back to the middle. Ziyech is, so they're fully healthy now from what I was reading this morning. And I would like to keep that third asset for a Chelsea attacker. Let's see. Yeah, what's up, Ryan? Welcome to the Big Blue House. Y'all remember that Disney show? Wilbur, Cancelo won't play. He played full minutes, and UEFA Mendy will start instead of him. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I wanted to keep Cancelo, but as soon as I saw that he played the full 90 minutes on Tuesday, I just thought there's no way he plays again. I mean, I know Mendy's coming off of an injury, and so he wouldn't have played in that Champions League anyway, just because you don't want to play on Saturday and play on Tuesday again. But I still wouldn't be surprised if Cancelo starts, because it is a 5-day break going into the weekend. And City, if I'm not mistaken, have locked up. Let me check their Champions League. That's weird. Weird noise outside. Let me check the Champions League score right now. Oh, and there's a ton of fires in California too. California's a mess right now, man. Let's see. Bayern Munich. That's not it. City. Yeah, so City locked up first place from what I'm seeing. And so they could even just play Cancelo this weekend and give Mendy some time in the Champions League on Tuesday. It'll give him like a 10, 11-day rest. I wouldn't be surprised if Pep just says Cancelo play right wing, Mars is benched. You never know, man. But yeah, so I got rid of Cancelo because even if he does play this week, he plays United the week after, and he's just too much of a risk going week in and week out. My defense does not have enough depth to pursue doesn't have enough depth to warrant me having Cancelo. Ziyech or Grealish out? Is it Grealish? Ziyech or Grealish out for De Bruyne? Cole World. Cole World. Also shout out J. Cole one time. Let's see. I was trying to think of a bad pun. I was gonna go with an apparently one, but let's see. Ziyech or Grealish out for De Bruyne. I would personally go. I'd probably leave Ziyech. Grealish is gonna have 2 double game weeks here in the future. He still has a really nice fixture moving forward. If we look at his schedule, Wolverhampton next week is a bit tough, but then he has Burnley, West Brom, Crystal Palace. I like all 3 of those matches. After that, I would consider dropping him come week 16 unless double game weeks get confirmed. Because he'll still have a double game week versus Newcastle, and I think one versus City if I'm not mistaken. But I would personally drop Ziyech over that. Ziyech, just for me, the problem with Ziyech is he doesn't get into the best attack. as a Chelsea player, he plays great in my opinion. As an FPL asset, he might be a bit too deep to continuously to score as much as I want him to. He's not shooting as much as I would want him to. That's the reason why I would go Ziyech out. Let's see. James is so underrated. He even bullied Aspilicueta from right back. Let alone other wingers. His crosses are inch perfect, dude. His crosses, outside of Trent, if we take Trent out of the equation and KDB, I don't want to even do that. I feel like James has to be top 3 in crossing, right? I mean, Trent's phenomenal. KDB is phenomenal. But then James, dude. James put the ball exactly where it needs to be. Dude, he is... I agree with you, Wilbur. Reece James is a wizard with the ball at his feet. And now that Chelsea's defense is quite solid, I think you're going to have I think he should be a set and forget defender for a long time. Yeah, dude, he's balling out, man. And he's on set pieces. He's taking free kicks. He's on corners, if I'm not mistaken. Dude is a baller. What did you do with Cancelo? I think I answered. I think I read that one earlier. Yeah, I got rid of him. It was time for him to go. I think I answered that one. Let's see. Ziyech to Mahrez and Cancelo to Reece James for free. Ziyech to Mahrez, love it. Cancelo to Reece James. I would do that, Ryan, 100%. Hope you're still in the chat. I know it took me 7 minutes to get to that question. Yeah, I would for sure make that move, dude. Mahrez is going up against Fulham, and Mahrez I think has even started. I think he's only not started one game this season so far, and so I think he's nailed on as he can be in Pep Roulette. But of course, you're always going to worry about him playing week in and week out, and that's a bit of a headache. But dude's a baller. As far as Cancelo to Reece James, that's what I did. I think that answers the question best. I think that even if Cancelo plays this weekend, he's not going to play week in and week out, and I think Reece James is more in a better position to start consistently than Cancelo is. So that's my thoughts. Where are we at? Is Harry Kane injured? Harry Kane is injured. They said it was a bit of was it an ankle problem, if I'm not mistaken? If you read Jose's comments, he pretty much says, "Hey-o, my camera." If you read Jose's comments, he pretty much said he'll be ready for this weekend. But then he said, like, is it mind games? Is he not going to play? So honestly, I have no idea if he's going to play or not. I can't see him missing out on the derby personally. It sounds like it's not too big of a thing. It might be just a thing for him to get rest because he has played just a ton of minutes so far to start the season. So it could just be a simple he needs to rest and recover kind of a thing. So I don't think he's injured personally, but I am definitely going to take the risk and go in with him this weekend. If I look at his schedule moving forward, and I'm tempted with Harry Kane on a side note on whether I drop him or I keep him, because he got Arsenal this week, he's got Crystal Palace the next, which are two good ones. But then he has Liverpool, which is tough. He has Leicester, who Leicester love to sit back as well. I'm interested to see how that game plays out. And then Wolverhampton, who are tough defensively, so he has tough, but come game week 16, man, it's looking nice for him again. And so I almost want to just keep him around for a little bit now that I have him. Where are we at? I'd strongly consider captaining Bruno. Yeah, I should have. He should be my vice captain, that's for sure. I hear you out, and I probably should. I'm going to do some more research on who to captain tonight. I'm going to do some research on who to captain tonight for sure. I kind of like Harry Kane, and I kind of want to. I don't want to do something as differential just for the sake of it, but I like Harry Kane, man. I think he's going to have a good week this week, but it does go against my don't captain somebody against a top 6 side philosophy that I have. Thoughts on Johnstone? Underrated, done a double-digit haul last week. I don't know, man. Let me check him out. Yeah, I think, was it you that was talking about him last week? I think it was you that was talking about him last week, Kobe. Yeah, dude, he 3.11 point. Let me see what his fixtures are moving forward. Crystal Palace is a good fixture for him. Then Newcastle obviously is a good fixture for him as well. Not the best fixtures moving forward. The big concern with him is the fact that he does play for West Brom. Hey, get out of here. As he does play against West Brom, or play for West Brom, but you're pretty much guaranteed save points. You're pretty much guaranteed he's going to get save points week in and week out. And at 4.5, I think he's a good shout. I'd still probably rather have McCarthy over him for I think 0.1 more. But I agree, it's not a bad shout if you want to go there. What's his? I forgot to check out what his percentage is. His selection rate. I did that both times, didn't I? 1% select, 2% selection. You could, man. I won't personally, but I see the appeal. I see the appeal. West Brom have been playing decently lately. Great transfer. I also brought in Reece James. I could see some attacking returns and potential clean sheet for Chelsea. Yeah, dude. I mean, look at what he's done, man. I still don't think he's even getting going because there's like these last few matches 8.6, 2.86. Dude is a bonus points magnet. First off, Reece James, and second off, I don't think he's getting. He should be getting more assists than he actually is, and I think now that Pulisic is healthy and that he'll be getting more and more playing time, and just somebody that's just so dynamic off that left flank and is going to consistently attack and try to get in behind the defense, I think that's going to open up a lot of attacking returns for Reece James here this season. If Pulisic can stay healthy, please stay healthy. Wilbur says, why don't you have any City assets? I don't have any City assets because I needed to fix Cancelo. First off, I needed to move Cancelo out, and that's why I did that. As far as other City attackers, Mahrez to me is somebody that I was thinking about bringing in. It was either going to be Reece James in for Cancelo or Ziyech out and Mahrez in. I ended up obviously not bringing in Mahrez, so that was that. My face is blocking my squad. Huh? I really got to fix my my screen looks on here. Yeah, so that's the reason why I did that. And as far as the only other City attacker that I would want would be KDB, and it's just too expensive for me to bring him in. That's my only problem. Like I could potentially in the future drop Harry Kane out for KDB, and I would have. I'll show you right now. I'll show you what I could do. So in the future, I could take Kane out, Basuma out, and I would bring in City. I'd bring in KDB, and I could bring in a cheap 4-4 striker. I guess I'll just do that right now, so I could show y'all what my squad would look like. Maximum price of 4-4s I'm tipping. Wood grain I'm dipping. Still tipping on 4-4s. Y'all remember that jam? Mike Jones. All right, I would take KDB. And this is what my squad would look like if I was to bring in De Bruyne. The only thing right now, take out that Barca jersey. Yeah. The only reason why I don't want to do that is because I feel like it's just. I like that squad though, man. I do like that squad. I'm thinking about doing that after the United match to bring in De Bruyne. The only problem is my philosophy right now with FPL is I only want to have 2 premiums at most as far as like 11 mil plus. And I only have Harry Kane who's under 11. I have Bruno Fernandes who's under 11. And so Harry Kane allows me to have more flexibility to spread out throughout the rest of my attack. And having this, it would really limit me on what I could do. That being said, I also want to get rid of Calvert-Lewin next week. I think either DCL has to go for me, DCL or Ziyech, one of the two. But yeah, the only city attackers I want are KDB and Mahrez. And yeah, that's what my squad would look like if I brought in KDB. I would get rid of Calvert-Lewin on a wild card. If I was to do a wild card, I'll show you what my wild card squad would look like. Maximum price, let's just go 8-7. How much money I got in the bank? 7-8. I could bring in not Mopay, no way. I could bring in Wilson in the future. Well, no, we're talking about this week, innit? Let's see, where's the 6 point? I'll bring in Shea Adams. I'll go Shea Adams. I don't necessarily like this. It's just for the sake of the argument. I can even go. This is my wildcard squad. For everyone who's just joining, I'm kind of just doing a mock wildcard. Depending on, I could go Cavani, and that will give me enough for, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'll worry about that later. It's too much thinking for a stream. Got to catch up on comments. That's why I don't have any city assets right now. I really want one bad, man. I really want one bad. Ryan, thanks for always. Yeah, thanks, man. See, Mr. Tripwire YT, thank you for showing up again, dude. Yo, let me holla at you real quick. Welcome, dude. Catching the Dawn live is a privilege and an honor. I'll take that as a huge compliment. I appreciate you, man. Twice as nice, best of both worlds, like Jay-Z and H to the Izzo, dude. Happy birthday to one of the greatest rappers of all time, Jay-Z. Just gets better with age, man. So many classic legends or classic albums that dude has. I can't wait. Yeah, I think that's who I'm gonna listen to today. I'm gonna listen to some Jay-Z today. Yeah, shout out Rihanna too. Shout out Beyonce, man. Beyonce also another great artist, person, human being. Let's see. Can you check my team out? I can, Kobe. Let me check your squad out right quick. I believe you're in. For everyone who wants to join Donatello's mini league, the code is in the description. And it's Penchester, right? If I'm not mistaken. Penchester United, is that what I read? Yeah. Penchester. We have a lot of people. We have 129 people. That's awesome. All right, Penchester United. Dude, another huge week. So if I'm not mistaken, you started game week 2 or 3, right? And that's you had 3 weeks. If I'm not mistaken, Kobe, you had 3 game weeks in a row of 70 plus, and now you got 69, which nice. Huge weeks in a row, man. Let me see. You have how much money in the bank you got? You have 0.8. Also, on a side note, I bought a tablet, so I don't have to scroll through. I don't have to scroll through squads like this in the future. I'm gonna make my face a little smaller. I feel like my face is way too big. Get out of here. Alright, that should be more better. I only say more better because if you watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia, you know what it is. Let's see. Obviously, Ollie Watkins isn't playing, but I still like him for the future. I like your defense a lot. Your defense is solid. For me, moving forward, if you have Son at this point, I would keep him for the next 2 weeks. I wouldn't drop him. Get out of bottom, watch me drop him. Only hit it at the bottom. You ain't gotta shoot him because I already shot him. You already get him because I already got him. Get him. Lil Wayne. Let's see. I hope I quoted that right. For me, personally, I'm looking at dropping DCL next week. That's probably the first player I'm getting rid of. I mean, you could still hold on to him. He's still a great value. But he's got Chelsea, who are so good defensively. Then he has Leicester, who are solid defensively. It's just a tough schedule. Arsenal. My camera! He's got Arsenal, Sheffield City. It's not the worst moving forward. It's not as bad as I previously thought. And so maybe I'll keep him. Yeah, dude, I like your squad a lot, man. I like your squad a lot. Maybe I would keep an eye on Ziyech this weekend and see how he plays. If he looks a little no, we're good. I would keep, for me this weekend, if I were you, I would keep an eye on Ziyech, see how he performs. I would keep an eye on DCL and see how he performs. Those are the 2 things I would move forward. Other than that, if you have double Spurs at this point, I would keep him for Crystal Palace next week, or even this week. I still like him versus Arsenal. I like your squad, man. I think it's solid. I don't know how much I would change. You have Cancelo on the bench. Maybe I would drop Cancelo and bring in. I would personally bring in. You have Chilwell. If you want to go double Chelsea, you could bring in Chilwell. You could drop him down to like Kyle Walker-Peters, and that would free up about $1 million in cash for you. And so you could have, how much would that give you in cash? That would give you 1.9 mil in cash. You could float around your squad. Yeah, dude, I like your squad, man. Maybe that's what I would do. Or you could even just start. I would for sure start Cancelo this week. If he doesn't play, he doesn't play. If he only comes in for one point, it is what it is. I don't know why I was scrolling through tabs right there. All right, where are we at? Chilwell and keep money for other defenders or Robertson. I would go Chilwell. I mean, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but Alisson is out this game week. I think he had a hamstring problem as well. And so they don't have Van Dijk. It doesn't look like Trent will be back this week just yet. Van Dijk's out. Joe Gomez is out. And Alisson are out. And so I don't really see... They do play Wolverhampton without Raul Jimenez. First off, get better soon, Raul Jimenez. That was disgusting to watch. I'd probably go Chilwell. As you can see with my squad, that's what I did. I dropped Bravo for Chilwell. I think there's some really good options out there, like Chilwell, Reece James, even Kyle Walker if you wanted. I mean, he's even cheaper than Bravo. I think there's some good cheaper options out there defensively that you can keep. But Yeah, it's just so many injuries at Liverpool right now, man. That's my concern. MK, welcome, man. Welcome. What's the story? What's the story in Ballymore, Don? What's Ballymore? Ballymore? I don't know what Ballymore is. Do I need it? What's the story in Ballymore? I don't know what that is. I feel like I'm tripping. Should I Google it? I'm a little concerned to Google it. Let me check. I'll go to the... let's see. I don't know what the story is in Ballymore. Are we talking Halle Berry? The story in Halle Berry is she is awesome. Let's see. Ballymore. Ballymore? Are we talking the I typed it in and it gave me a children's television series. And it looks like something the Community made fun of. Or spoofed of. I don't know, man. Let me see if you commented at the behind. Let's see. No, I don't know where I'd be at. Let's see. Way behind. People said we made a mistake selling Lamptey instead of James, but James is phenomenal. Dude, yeah, I mean, Lamptey has looked solid. I know a lot of my friends who are Chelsea supporters did not like getting rid of Lamptey, but at the end of the day, man, I mean, look what Reece James is doing. It's hard to argue with that. And Lamptey is still a baller, don't get me wrong. I still really like Lamptey, but I can't argue against starting Reece James, man. Especially because they have Azpilicueta as his backup. The only problem is maybe he could have gotten more money. I don't know. Did you comment? Oh, it is a British kids TV show then. I don't know, dude. I've never seen that show before. Is it any good? It looks like a trip. It's got a 5.9 on IMDb. I don't know. Is there any big names in it? I've never heard of the show. 4 seasons. That's to last a long time in British television. Dang, way ahead of their time. I don't know, man. I've never heard of it. Now I got to look it up. Where we at? Take that Barca jersey off and slap on a Chelsea shirt on. The only time I'm going to slap on a Chelsea jersey, well, I'm not against Chelsea. The thing is, I still don't have a Premier League squad, man. I would buy a Pulisic Chelsea jersey though, for sure. I would if I was on stream. I don't want to rock a Premier League team jersey until I commit, and of course I'm going to make a huge deal out of it and make a huge video, of course. But I don't want to rock one until I have a squad, man. But I would rock a Pulisic just to show support. I would definitely rock like an Alex Morgan Tottenham one, or a Christian Press Manchester United, or Toby Heath Manchester United one. But then I would have to consistently turn around and show you the back to make sure you guys know that it's supporting them. Let me see. I know. Yeah, I went for Barca today. Let's see. I actually had. It's a good thing too. My when I was living in England, my homie that I was talking about that supposed to do my editing. I don't know if he's on here right now, but he's a huge Arsenal supporter. When I was living in England, I found like Arsenal jerseys. You can make the joke if you want, but I found them for like £5, and so I bought like 3 Arsenal jerseys. The only time I've ever bought a Premier League jersey, a Premier League team's jersey, is when I bought, I think, 2 or 3 Arsenal jerseys for £5 each, just so I could bring home to my buddy. Where are we at? Captain. Wait, no, I'm behind on that. Should I captain Vardy or Werner? I would captain Jamie Vardy personally. I know it seems like at the moment he's more of a penalty or bust kind of a player, but he is playing against Sheffield, and that's a team he loves to score against. No. That's a tough one. I haven't done enough research on Werner this week, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, I'll say it this way. Leeds give up a ton of opportunities, and Chelsea are at full strength, if I'm not mistaken, this weekend. So Werner could be a beautiful option this weekend. The only... I apologize, Neil. I haven't done enough research on Teemo Werner to really feel comfortable answering that question. If it were me at the moment, I would captain Jamie Vardy over Teemo Werner, but I might change my mind after doing some research tonight. I wish I should have done more research on Teemo Werner. I'm sorry about that. If anyone else is here on the comments, let them know who you think that he should captain, Werner or Vardy. Let's see, Captain KDB. If I had De Bruyne, he would be my no question captaincy pick. He would have been. I would have put the captaincy armband on him last Friday at 3:01, whenever the transfer deadline was. and it would have never changed. Never changed. Yes, I got Mr. Tripwire and FPL done in the house, man. We got a fully loaded house today, man. I feel like we're only missing a couple people. We're missing D Production, who's a normal here. We're missing a little bit of we're just missing a couple people, but we almost have a full house, man. Let's see. Hope everyone is good. No Man City covering your team. Oh, dude, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to watch that match, man. I really wanted some City players. Let's see. Hopefully it's not on TV. It is on TV. Great. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to watch the game. If I'm being completely honest, I'm just too scared. I mean, I would not be surprised at all if KDB goes off for like a 15-point haul. I just hope that Bruno Fernandes can cover KDB, because I wanted KDB more than Bruno, but Bruno was like a whole million cheaper. Oh man, that's gonna be hard, man. I actually wanted Gabriel Jesus as well. Like if they said Harry Kane is out this week, I might bring in Gabriel Jesus. Let's see. But I am definitely nervous to watch that game. Yeah, tipping on Fofos. Yeah, Mike Jones. Did he pull his legit cell phone in one of his videos? Yeah, 281-330-8004. Hit Mike Jones up on the low because Mike Jones about to blow before the ice was in his grill, before we had a major deal. Yeah, if you were, that song is called Back Then, by the way. Back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. Censored version. If you're just new here, I will quote random stuff from time to time. It is mostly an FPL channel, but we do be getting distracted. Yeah, dude, Tipping Off Fofo is one of my favorite songs back in the day. I also got to give a shout out to Paul Wall. Paul Wall did his thing on that verse, man. I feel like because he was big into making grills. Anyway, that song goes hard, dude. Yeah, he gave out his Mike Jones was a rapper, and he gave out his cell phone in a song one time. And I remember I called it too, and it was like, dude, this is Mike Jones or whatever. Yeah, dude, he legit dropped his cell phone in one of his videos. I wonder if you could still call it. 281-330-8004. Legendary move. Let's see. Neil Thacker says, again, it would just be so hard for me to cap. I could do some if you want me to right now, Neil, I could do some research on Teemo Werner. I will be getting to a bit off the screen. But if you want me to, I could do some real quick research on Werner and give you a better answer while my camera goes off. Let's see. Kenny says to Captain Werner, he likes it. Don't worry. You can throw a ton of comments in. I'll see him. No worries. I try to get to everyone's comments for sure. Blues FPL. Shout out Blues FPL, man. Check out their check out Blues FPL's YouTube page, man. I'm pretty sure I'm not tripping on right now. I'm not tripping on Fofos. Blues FPL. Have I not followed you yet? Subscribe. Are you new to the channel, Blues? I feel like I've watched one of your videos before. I haven't watched one of your videos. Oh, I'm on my secondary account. That's why I'm not subscribed to you on this one. Yeah, check out Blues FPL. You know what I really want to do one time, by the way, is Blues FPL is in the comment section. If you want to check out new and upcoming YouTube channels, check them out. Always support your local businesses, support your local and new YouTubers. Support small businesses, man. Yeah, dude. One thing I want to do on this channel, I was trying to figure out how to do it is just having like someone in the like Blues FPL, if you have an FPL channel, just having you come on to the live stream for like 10-15 minutes. Just an invitation if you would like to. Just like a 10-minute thing to jump on my stream just one time, or maybe even if it goes well. But jump on my stream if I can figure out how to do it. You could talk about your squad, talk about what you're doing, and give you a broader audience to reach people and let people see what you're about. I want to do that, man. That'd be sweet. Let's see. Got no City assets. People are rating Vardy because of the whole being a Sheffield fan. That's right. Yeah. The hard thing for me with Leicester, especially with Jamie Vardy, is that he's too much of a penalty or bust. I think only one of his goals this season have come from a non-penalty. But if he gets a penalty, he's most likely going to score it, and he's most likely going to get 3 bonus points out of it. That's the thing with Jamie Vardy. Teemo Werner could score, and he could come away with 0 bonus points. But I don't know. Let's see. Do you think Bamford is a good keep? I do. I do think Bamford is a good option moving forward. This dude gets so many shots off. Leeds create so much for this dude. Jack Harrison is a baller. Rafinha is a baller. And after Chelsea this week, they have West Ham, Newcastle United was tough, Burnley, and West Brom. And so, like, 5 of those 7 matches, 3, 6, 4 of those 6 matches, 5 of those 6 matches coming up after Chelsea are really good. And for his price, I think he's a good keep, personally. You said you would Blues. Risky, but you means you got Salah and KDB versus Fulham twice, West Brom twice, Newcastle twice, Palace and Burnley in the next 6. I'm doubling on KDB and Mahrez and Salah and Jota. Ooh. Yeah, dude. I have enough money next week if I wanted to drop, or not next week, but the week after. No. I'm just going to roll the dice and think. I don't know if I'm going to get all 3 of them. Anyway, back to your guys' teams. Let's see. Will Rashford start? I'm not entirely sure. I was doing a bit of research on that. Also, I like your plan moving forward, Mr. Tripwire. I need to check out your YouTube channel again, by the way. It's been a while. Let's see. Will Rashford start? I'm not entirely sure. I'll do some research real quick. Also, are we gonna play some? Oh, you hit 1,000 subscribers. Sick! Congratulations, man. Mr. Tripwire hit 1,000 subs. Congratulations. Call of Duty YouTuber. We got to get some Call of Duty online too, man. I want to play some Battle Royale. Let's do it. Let's see. Going back. Will Rashford start? I was trying to do some research on Rashford, and from what I saw this morning, they were. It's in the air right now with Rashford starting. He could easily start. He cannot. It's been a bit of a lingering shoulder issue. If I had to guess, I would say that they do bench him this week because their Champions League match they have against Leipzig on Tuesday or Wednesday, one of those 2 days, is a huge game for United. If they lose, they're out of Champions League. They're out to Europas, and so that is more important than a game versus West Ham. And so if I had to guess, I would say Rashford is going to be rested this weekend and will be going full strength. But that's just me. That's just what I think. But that's my thoughts. I said that 3 times in a row, like Beetlejuice. Ole said Rashford should be fine for West Ham game. Antonio ruled out. Yeah. Okay. So there you go. I guess I need to do a bit more research before I stream. He should be fine. Again, I wouldn't be surprised even if he gets subbed out a little early because I think that game versus Leipzig next Tuesday or Wednesday is so important that I wouldn't be surprised to see Ole take some of his guys out and rest them. But also knowing Ole, I wouldn't be surprised if he plays them all in 95 minutes while they're up 5-0. Will Seiss play? I'm not sure about Seiss. I know that he got cleared today. He is coming off of COVID, if I'm not mistaken. They did switch to a 4-man back line. It seemed before he got sick that Kilman was given the most opportunities at that left center back. Are they going to go back to a 4-man back line? Are they going to go back to the 5? Is Seiss going to start over Kilman? It's just too much up in the air with me for Seiss to worry about that. But even then, they have a tough fixture against Liverpool. So, I don't know. Seiss is another tough one. I'm not entirely sure if he will play or not. Chelsea defense is class at the moment, but I think it will be goals. I think there will be goals in this. Bamford and Werner will get goals. I do think Leeds score as well. I don't think Chelsea keep a clean sheet. I know that seems a bit crazy because I just brought in double Chelsea defense, but my thinking is I see Reece James getting an attacking return in this game. I see it happening. A perfect scenario for me is Chilwell and James play 60 minutes. They both get attacking returns. They get subbed off, and they both get clean sheets. Then Bamford gets a hat trick in the 70th plus minute. Will that happen? No chance. Never say never. Let's see, but I agree, man. Their defense since Mendy came in, they have the best defense in the Prem. I should have brought in Reece James weeks ago. I should have seen it. Not sure if you can see my team. Blues FPL just joined the league. I'll check it out right now. Donatello's mini league in the description below. You should be here. You got the Blues, cheese and macaroni. Ooh, nice game week last week. 74. Let's see. So this is Blues FPL squad again. Another FPL content creator. This is their squad. I love the Jota pick. What are you doing with Wilson, Blues? What's your plan with Wilson? Let's see. You got Cancelo on the bench. I'm assuming he's. Oh, you have a deep bench, so I wouldn't even be upset with having Cancelo then. Because if you have Cancelo and he doesn't start, you have James Justin or Tarek Lamptey coming off the bench because Castagna is still hurt. You can even just keep Wilson. Just going through your side, you could even keep Wilson and have Lamptey come up off the bench. And I don't think that's a bad shout. Or even Cancelo off the bench. Because you can play 5-man back line. I'm not against that. Lamptey and Cancelo. Burke coming off if Cancelo doesn't play. And then you'll have double game week with Wilson, who may be captainable. Hey, look at that. You'll have Aston Villa and maybe he's got a ton of good fixtures moving forward. Yeah, dude. Anyway, I like that squad a lot, man. I think it's solid. I think at this point, if you have double up on Spurs assets, I think you keep them. If not, if you're really looking forward to moving out, son, let me see how much cash you got in the bank. She ain't got no money in the bank. Whoop. You have $3 million in the bank. All right, so you got about $2.7 million in the bank. That's enough to upgrade Son. You just missed out on, huh? No, you could upgrade. You could upgrade Son to KDB. Oh, for sure, that would be my move. I would go Son to KDB for sure. Oh, that looks like a solid squad, man. I'm jealous. Color me green, dude, because I'm envious. Incredible Squad Blues FPL on YouTube. Check out their YouTube channel. Always support your local businesses. Always support your local and upcoming YouTube channels. Especially when you're just starting, it's so hard to get views, man. It's so hard to get people to notice you. Check them out. Let's see. Yeah, British TV show. Oh, I'm that far behind on comments. Oh my. Okay, I'm catching up. Let's see. Sells Son, Vardy, and Wild to KDB, Welbeck, and Jota for a -8. A -8 is hefty. I don't know if that's worth. If you were planning on keeping that for the long term, and captaining De Bruyne, I wouldn't be against that. I know it sounds wild, but Welbeck. I don't know if I would like Welbeck personally. I know he's looked good so far, but I personally wouldn't be too keen on bringing him in for a -4. But I love bringing in KDB and I love bringing in Jota. I'll leave it at that. I love KDB and I love Jota moving forward. Of course, Son. I think for these next 2 weeks, in my eyes, Son hasn't looked good for the past 4 game weeks or so in a row now, maybe 5. But with a high quality player like that, it's only a matter of time before he scores a couple. Jamie Vardy as well, same thing. I'm not against that move. I know it's my camera. I know it's a bit top gunny to do that, but I like it. Lamptey wasn't going to sign a contract extension, so we kind of had to sell him in January. Is that what it was? I would do the same thing if I was Lamptey. I'd rather play than continuously sit on the bench and hope to get playing time. But I'm such a big fan of Lamptey. And to be completely honest, when I brought in Reece James this week, I thought about dropping Lamptey and going Reece James, Chilwell, and Cancelo, but again, it was just too much of a risk. And if Cancelo didn't play this week, blah blah blah, I'd have to sub him out. Anyway, I like Lamptey a lot, man. My backline is full of Chelsea assets in it. Let's see. If you want a good British TV show, watch Peep Show. I'm gonna screenshot this. Swoop. What was that? What was that car show? What was that car show? It was big in the UK when I was living there. I remember the dude raced from Cornwall to whatever's farthest on the East Coast. I don't remember where it was, but he tried to beat the sun. And as soon as the sun came up, he started in Cornwall and tried to see if he can make it to the East Coast without the sun dropping. Which is crazy because in America, going west to east is not that far, and I can go from California to Salt Lake in 10 hours, 8, 9, 10 hours, something like that. Anyway, which is a lot longer distance. I forgot what that British TV show was. If anyone is here can let me know what that TV show is, please let me know. It's blanking on my mind. Top. No, it's not Top. I forgot what it was. It was cool. All right, let's see. I screenshot. I'll look it up after I stream. Do you think Mars is spot is secured since he's been playing 90 minutes? I don't think anything is secured in that Pep Roulette. The only position I think is secured is Ederson in goal, honestly, and KDB. Now that they have Champions League wrapped up, it's so hard, man. I wouldn't even be surprised. I joked about this I did a guest cameo on FPL Graduates this weekend. It just dropped today. I was telling them I wouldn't even be surprised if Pep just says, "Hey, Cancelo's going to start at right wing for us this week." It wouldn't really surprise me, man. It's just nobody is safe. I feel like I'm quoting a movie wrong. Where are we at? I'm so far behind. All right, I gotta catch up. Arsenal jerseys are expensive. Toilet paper. Good banter, man. I love some good banter. I was such a big Thierry Henry fan too, man. I love watching his highlights. Honestly, I don't know if Mars' spot is secured. He could play 60 minutes for all I know. He could come in off the bench. It's so hard to say with Pep Roulette, man. Let's see. I'm looking to move out Chelsea defense for cheaper 4.5 defenders. Thoughts? Let me look at some 4.5 defenders. I don't know anyone at that price. I don't know too many off the top of my head. Around that price, I'll go to 4.7. I still like Dallas. He's not my favorite. Let me go to price. I'll stay here. If you're looking at 4.5 alone, I mean, Vestergaard does have opportunities with the fact that James Ward-Prowse is just delivering dimes off of set pieces. Consa still has 3 favorable fixtures moving forward. Leeds defense, you're not going to get too many clean sheets, but you will get attacking returns from time to time, I guess. Kyle Walker-Peters is good. I like Soufal. Those would be the 3 off the top of my head. You could go Dallas or Ailing. I'd personally probably go... That'd be a tough decision for any person. I did like Charlie Taylor for a while, but I looked at his fixtures. Everton, tough. Arsenal don't score too much. Villa score. Maybe Taylor. Maybe Taylor for Burnley. Might be all right. Jeez. I don't know if there's anyone else I would necessarily like. Going through them all. Making my way downtown. Walking fast. And I'm homebound. Yeah, those be the only few that I would like. If you want to go a little more expensive, at that 4.7 and cheaper range, those are the only ones I necessarily would like moving forward. A Leeds defender, whether it's Ailing or Dallas, Vestergaard, Walker-Peters, and Soufal. Those are the only ones I would personally recommend off the top of my head. I haven't done enough research on 4.5 defenders because I don't have any. It wasn't on the top of my wish list. But that's my thoughts, Ali. Let's see, my midfield is Salah. Shout out MK one time. Midfield is Salah, Son, KDB, Bruno, and Jota. Dude, so solid. So solid. Jeez, that is such a good lineup. I'm confident Welbeck will perform. Yeah, if you believe in Welbeck, man, go for it. I honestly think he's been playing these past few weeks. I'm not against that. Let me check it out. Yeah, like I said, I do have a tablet, so I don't have to keep scrolling through this on future web streams. I don't have my tablet here just yet. I got it for school, but yeah, dude, look, he's looked good these past few weeks. He scored against Villa, assist against Liverpool. Let me see what his underlying stats look like. Again, if you believe, that's my biggest thing in FPL is that if you believe in somebody, don't let somebody else talk you out of it. You know what I mean? Always take things into consideration and weigh them. But if you fully believe, man, go for it. 2 shots, 4 shots, 2 shots and whatever. That's 2 Lil Wayne time. I'm quoting Lil Wayne twice in this stream. Let's see, yeah. So he's getting a decent amount of shots off. About 2.5, 2.7 per game, something like that. And that's against Liverpool, who's tough. I'm not against it. Honestly, I think he looks good. Especially now that, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I didn't have a chance to watch too many games this weekend. Actually, I didn't watch any games. But if I'm not mistaken, they had Connolly running that almost like a cam position, if I'm not mistaken, which made Brighton look pretty good from the highlights I watched. Let's see. Welbeck is a cheeky third striker. It's definitely is. And I kind of like it. USA FPL creators, man. Another USA FPL creators. Fight, man. Yeah, dude. If you want to join a stream, Blues FPL. I know I'm 15 minutes behind on this comment, but if you want to join a stream and give the people a little bit of show the people what you're like, and kind of discuss your squad for like 10 minutes maybe, something like that in the middle of a stream, come through. Let's see. Hit me up on Twitter. DM me or something. Your earlier video was so entertaining. Thank you, man. I hope you're talking about me. Yeah. I'm not sure if that's going to be my last video for a while or not. Because I'm starting grad school in 5 weeks, something like that. And life's just getting so hectic right now. I don't know if I have much time to be making videos. Because those videos take so long, dude. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I'll see if I could try to get another one up or not. Let's see. I appreciate that, man. Let's see. And you at COD Mobile will be really good. I could potentially sneak in as a team member. Should we get a Donatello's Call of Duty mobile game going? I think we should, man. Let's do it, man. How are we gonna do that? How are we gonna facilitate that? Are you guys on Discord? I have a Discord going for anyone who wants to join the Discord chat. Obviously, it's free. No worries about that. You can shoot me a link, but dude, I'm down for that COD Mobile. Let's get it in, man. Let's get some Battle Royale going. Guys, like the stream. Yeah, if you want to like the stream, obviously that would be beautiful. I appreciate that, Ali. Jack says, hey, my friend. What's up, Jax? Jax Be Nimble. I love that name, dude. Thoughts based on fixture, Vardy or Bruno captain. I have both, but can't decide. If I had to choose between Vardy and Bruno Fernandes, I would go for Bruno Fernandes personally. I think that Vardy is still a good option this week. I think he could come away with a goal or two. But personally, I just love Bruno Fernandes' form. I know West Ham. I would go Bruno Fernandes personally. That's where I would go with. Let's see. Who to captain? Son, Kane, Salah. Who to captain? Son, Kane, Salah, Calvert-Lewin, or Ziyech. Out of those 5, I would go with... Well, here's the thing. I think I'm going to captain Harry Kane this week, but I don't know if I would suggest other people to do that. I feel like that's a bit of a maverick call, a Top Gun call. So I don't know if I would necessarily go that route. Oh man, I just lost where I was at. Oh, I'm catching up on comments. Let's go. Yeah, I'm personally captaining Kane. I think he could be in for a big game week this week. But if I was going the safer route, I would go with Mo Salah. Mo Salah is at home. Wolverhampton are tough defensively, but put my faith in Mo Salah. Blues FPL says he's probably going to keep Wilson, to be honest. Maybe get a premium city mid like Mars or KDB. Love that, dude. You have enough depth on your team. My camera? You have enough depth on your team that you could get away, or no, you can't. You will get away with having Wilson not play this week, and he'll have a double game week moving forward, and some shout Notorious BIG. You got some juicy fixtures moving forward. Let's see, Ziyech to Mahrez for a hit. I don't know if I would do that personally. I do really like Riyad Mahrez this week, but I also see Leeds as a team that give up a lot of opportunities. I think they've given up. I don't know the actual stats, so I won't say it, but they've given up a lot of chances in the box the past few weeks. Of course, with Leeds, you never know that they beat City 1-0, and so you could see they did beat City 1-0, right? If I'm not mistaken. So they could come away with a win against Chelsea. You never know. But in my opinion, I would probably hold on to Ziyech for one more week and see how he goes. But then Riyad Mahrez has United the week after, so maybe I wouldn't get him in then. But if you're asking for my opinion, I would say to hold Ziyech. But I do like the move to Mahrez this week. I surpassed 600 subs. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you everyone so much, man. I honestly can't say, you guys' support has been next level. I can't thank you guys enough, man. Thank you all so much. That is, to say I never thought I'd get to 600, dude. That's unreal, man. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Ali just joined the league. Thank you for joining the league, man. Have a quick peep if you can. I will do so. Go to my leagues. Donatello's mini league. And new squads. Ooh, we got 4 new squads. Childish Firmino, that is a phenomenal nickname. I was listening to Freaks and Geeks last night. Dude has bars, man. Also, Clicks All Stars. Is that a shout out to? What's their name? Hey, now you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play. What's their name? What's the name of that band? Smash Mouth. Smash Mouth and they had that song in Shrek, right? Yeah. Anyway, I was going to Ali, right? Yeah. Let's see. Your squad had a good game week. Last 3 game weeks in a row. Dang. Let's see. 61 points. You got Chilwell, Diaz, I love your back line. Obviously, Martinez isn't playing this week. Masuaku, I think, is a good pick for West Ham with their fixtures moving forward. Love Bruno. Love KDB. I love Jota. I know a lot of people are talking about bringing in Jota for their Salah and Mane coverage. Son, I think if you have Son at this point, you keep him. Ooh, Sterling on the bench. Oh, you could have had a huge game week if Sterling would have played. Dang. And Ollie Watkins. So you had a good game week, and Ollie Watkins got you a 0 after missing that pen and having that offsides call. Lamptey on your bench provides you good depth in case Diaz doesn't play for some reason. What's your plan? What's your plan with Raheem Sterling? I know a lot of people are considering moving him on. How much money you got in the bank? No money in the bank. You got Sterling. I can't see Sterling personally sitting much longer. I know Pep's conferences lately have been a bit. You need what's that thing in what's that movie? Why am I blanking so much today? Where they go to Washington D.C. National Treasure. Don't they have something they use to read something? Anyway, Pep's comments have been a bit here and there, so I don't know what to take from him. But because yeah. So Sterling not playing is definitely hurting. But if he plays this week, man, Sterling could be a good captaincy pick. Let's see. Why am I so far behind? Where am I at? Where'd I go? I'm not doing any transfers for this week to do 2 next week. For some reason, feel like, I should have read the rest of your sentence. Captain Sterling. De Bruyne's obvious pick, but I don't know. Sterling is definitely... The thing with Sterling for me is that he's a boom or bust kind of a player. It seems he's either on an incredible hot streak or he's just not doing anything. KDB is Mr. Consistent, so I'd probably captain KDB. But if you captain Sterling, I have zero problem or I have zero argument against. Well, I guess I have some arguments, of course, but I could definitely see a reason why you would want to captain Sterling. The dude could go off this week. If he goes off, his selection rate is still like 4%, if I'm not mistaken. 4% selection. If this dude scores double digits, you're hitting a fat green arrow this week, man. I like your team a lot. My only question moving forward is what are you going to do with Calvert-Lewin? Now that he has a tough schedule moving forward, are you just going to hold on to him? Are you going to keep Sterling for the long run? You said you're not going to make any transfers. I like this squad a lot, man. I like it. Has anyone else already transferred? I was waiting to see how long it would take for the Joe Linton comments, man. Dude. We talk about Joe Linton every week in the stream, and the one week that I don't stream after the final game week because I was busy, was the week that he scored. Man, I'm so happy for him for scoring, man. But it's so close. I had to double check my phone, man. I was up in the woods, and I got home at, like late that night. And I checked my phone. I saw Joe Linton scored, and I thought it was like a burner account. I thought somebody was just fake tweeting it. I'm so happy for him for finally scoring. That's awesome. Adam FPL just joined the league. Team name is Clicks All Stars under Adam FPL. What are your thoughts? I'll go to that real quick. Donatello's Neverkusen just balling out this season, man. Clicks All Stars. We got another one. Number 1, here I come, dude. Shout out to you. Thank you for joining the Donatello's Mini League, man. Clicks All Stars. Let's see. Huge game week last week. 62 points. Good work. If I was to make a move, let's see how much money you got in the bank. You have $4 million in the bank. You got a lot of room to work with. You got Cancelo on the bench. Or presumably it would be Taylor on the bench. The move that I would make was to get rid of Click. No brainer. If it were me, I would transfer Click out and I would bring in Diogo Jota off of first glance on your squad. I'm not the biggest fan of Click. I know he's a good player for Leeds, but he's just not the best FPL asset in my opinion. Unless he's taking penalties, because he does have pens, right? Yeah, he had pens at the beginning of the season, but they don't get too many pens. They haven't had a pen since game week 2, by the looks of it. If it were me, I would drop Click and I would bring in Diogo Jota. That would be my move this week. I feel I know Cancelo is obviously a risk, and it would be maybe Cancelo would be the smarter option to get rid of. Those would be the two things I'll look at. Getting rid of Click and bringing in Diogo Jota. You would still have like $2 million in the bank left over. You could drop Cancelo out and bring in. You could bring in DS, Reece James. Top of my head, you could bring in Robbo. I think with the amount of cash you have left over. Maybe drop Son and bring in KDB. Maybe those are 3 options. Drop Click for Diogo Jota. Drop Son for De Bruyne. And drop Cancelo for another defender. Off the top of my head. Other than that, I think your team looks good, especially Wilson, dude, with his next 4 fixtures. Of course, he's not playing this week, but you have enough coverage on your bench to get away with it. Let's see. Joelinton got a goal and assist. And he is one of 3 strikers to score. He's an absolute necessity, in my humble opinion. If you would have gotten him last, what is his selection numbers right now? If you would have had him last week, you would have had a nice green. That would have been a huge differential, man. He is selected by 0.2% of FPL users. Absolute geniuses who brought him in last week. A goal and assist and bonus points for 11 points. Oh, man. So happy for him, man. So happy for him. Don didn't have a live stream on Sunday last week because he knew he'd get battered by Joelinton fans. Man. I know. I want it. The thing is, I'm super happy for him, man. I'll accept the comments, man. Same thing with Martial. When Martial scores, I'm just gonna be so happy for him. But yeah, of course, the 1 week I didn't stream is the week that Joelinton scored. Of course. I will be live streaming on Sunday again, by the way. Check out my team I just joined, Childish Firmino. I love that name, man. I love that name. Whoop! I keep going too far. Childish Firmino. Game week 10. Have you made any moves so far this week? Wow, I'm behind on comments again. I feel like every time I say Kobe, was it you that was talking about every time I say I'm behind on comments to take a shot? Let's see. It is Friday, right? Yeah. All right, $2 million in the bank. Dude, I like your squad, man. Bellerin, maybe. Let's see what his fixtures are moving forward. He's got Burnley next week, though, so I might hold on to him for that. Because Burnley just don't score. Looking at your team, I like Diogo Jota. I would look at getting rid of Ziyech. Maybe, but I don't know if there's anybody that you could get for him for dropping him that I would necessarily like. Because you already have Son, Bruno Fernandes. You already have KDB would be too expensive. My camera. De Bruyne would be too expensive. Solid too expensive. So maybe hold on to Ziyech. Teemo Werner, now that he's going back to as a striker, I do like that now with Pulisic there, a fully strapped Chelsea attack. I really like that. I need to charge my camera or my laptop 1 second. Excuse me for some dead air as I plug myself in. Whoop. Come on. There it is. Like there it is there. Just looking at your squad. I mean, I would probably try to move on from Bellerin. Maybe bring in DS. Maybe. Again, you don't have enough money to really upgrade Ziyech. You could wait a week and then bring in Jack Grealish the week after. Because Jack Grealish still has some good fixtures moving forward. I like your squad. I don't know if there would necessarily be a need for me to change anybody out. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think of the squad? I personally like it. The biggest question mark I see again is Bellerin and Ziyech, and what I would do with those two. If I have Son and Kane at this point, I'm keeping him for that Crystal Palace game next week and Arsenal this week. I mean, you could drop Son and bring in De Bruyne. Maybe that's what I would do, and just hope that Bellerin can get you some points this week versus Tottenham. But Son could go off any given week. I still like him for his price. That's what I would do. I honestly like to set up your squad. Let's see. I never had DCL. I need to finish these comments before I go and check out your squad. I never had DCL or James Rodriguez and went without Kane till last few game weeks. Have an odd team, but it works. It does work. You definitely are away from the template a bit. I honestly like it. I think at this point DCL if you don't have him, it's not somebody I would get in at this point. I would wait for fixtures to clean up. Again, I like Teemo Werner. I love Diogo Jota, Chilwell, Soufal, Bellerin maybe. Son maybe move out for KDB. Love Bruno Fernandes. Ziyech, I like Ziyech as a player for sure, no question. I would definitely have an eye on him going into this weekend. Yeah, I like your squad. I like it. Who are you going to captain this week? For me, I already said I'd captain Kane, but you have 3 good options with Fernandes, Werner, and Kane. Let's see. Can't deny Joelinton is the hottest striker in the Prem. Dude had a goal and assist last week, man. He's on great form. I fully believed in Joelinton, but Don talked me out of it. Oh, man. Dude, I mean, goal and assist. That's why I always say, man, I try to give my best advice, but at the end of the day, do you. You know what I mean? But bring in Joelinton right now. Check out West Brom goalkeeper Johnstone on keeping him. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier in the stream. Johnstone looks good, dude. He got 11 points last week. The biggest question mark I have with him is he plays for West Brom, and for that alone makes me nervous. But you're pretty much guaranteed save points. And so I think he's not a bad shout. And at 4.5, I think he's good. How about Kane to Adams and Grealish to Son? I wouldn't do that personally. I probably would. For me, I would stay away from that. But if that's what you feel is best, go for it. I personally like Kane for these next 2 matches. I think he's still quality. I do like bringing in Shea Adams, though, now that Danny Ings is back training. I don't think he plays this weekend, but that's just speculation from the Don. Grealish to Son. I like Grealish moving forward. I still like him. I know he has a blank game week this week, so if you're worried about that, moving him in for Son is a good option. But off the top of my head, I would probably say I don't like that move. But again, if that's what you feel is best, man, go for it. Alexander, yeah, he almost talked me out of it, luckily, but did not because it came in clutch. Huge green arrow for you if you had Joelinton, man. You triple captain Joelinton last week as differential. Whew. If you captain Joelinton, did anyone triple captain Joelinton? I always love seeing actual FPL account talk about how many people captain somebody like that. I'll arrange it with Mr. Tripwire and get info to you. Thank you. It would be a great game for sure. Absolutely, man. I would love to do that. I haven't played COD Mobile in months, man. I need to get back on the grind. Just for a couple games. Let's see. League code. The league code is in the description, if I'm not mistaken. I can pull it up for you real quick on the stream. Make it a little easier. The league code is P8XY2K. I should have memorized by now. P8XY2K. For those looking to join the Don Tettles mini league. Back to me squad. Shout out Waka Flocka. Let's see. Who should I captain? Kane, KDB, or Bruno? If I had those 3, I would captain KDB. De Bruyne would for sure be KDB would for sure be my captaincy this week. That being said, I think all 3 of those are great options this week. I'm moving DCL, Son, and Chilwell out for Salah, Bamford, and Jamal Lewis -4 next week. I don't know if I would drop Son before that Crystal Palace match. Who does Chilwell have? That's just me personally. He has Everton, so that is a bit tougher of a game. Let's see. I like obviously I love Mo Salah. Who does he have next week? I think he has a good match next week. He's got Fulham. Ooh, there's my captain. Let's see. And Jamal Lewis. Jamal Lewis is tough though. I don't necessarily like Jamal Lewis, but he will have a double game week moving forward, and he has 3 or 4 good fixtures in a row, so that's not actually a bad shout. I don't think that's the worst move to make. Hold that transfer for this week. I don't think that's a terrible transfer. Yeah, I'm not against that at all. Let's see. The House, Jack Speed Nibble says the House just voted to legalize it. 420 may yet become a national holiday. Did that really happen today? You know how many people will have lawsuits for wrongful imprisonment? Yeah, dude, that criminal act of, was it in the 90s? Anyway, I don't want to get into that too much, but I gotta go back on Twitter and see how that is. See how much percentage are you on Mars starting this game week? If I had to put a number to it, I would put an 80%. 80% Mara starts, just because Yeah, I put 80%. He rested in the Champions League. He's ready to go for the weekend. But again, you never know, man. Let's see. Mars will definitely start. He'll be rested. He rested midweek. Yeah, he did. So I would personally see that he starts. But with Pep, dude, with Pep, you never know, man. Where are we at? It's Kane FPL graduate. Shout out FPL graduates one time, dude. Another FPL channel. Another really good FPL channel. They're newer to the FPL YouTube scene. They I think you're up to 254 last time I checked, right? I just did a guest cameo, a Lil Wayne style on FPL graduates channel. My eyes are dropping, dude. I need some food ASAP. Yeah, I just did a guest appearance on FPL graduates FPL Fridays weekly video they have. Check it out, man, if you want. Also, check out their channel and subscribe to FPL graduates. Yes, Kane is staying my captain for the time being. I know it looks crazy because I have Fernandez in an away match against the West Ham side. But let me go through some statistics real quick. I know this is a bit sloppy, but if I go to home or away, expected goal against, away, because Arsenal are playing away. Arsenal are 1, 2, I don't know if you guys can see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Arsenal are 14th worst in expected goals against in away matches this season. As far as expected goals at home, Tottenham are like 7th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, Tottenham are 7th. I expect Tottenham to score, but that's just a little bit of side notes. If we look at Arsenal's last few matches too, on a side note, let's do some quick statistics, dude. Shout out Big Shaq one time. The last few matches in the Prem, they had 3 scored against them versus Villa, and that's a game that Ollie Watkins scored 2. Leeds had 2.5 expected goals for them. They had like 20-something shots, if I'm not mistaken, and didn't score 1. Yeah, they had 25 shots, Leeds did, against Arsenal. And then they played Wolves last week, Wolverhampton, and Wolverhampton scored 2 against them. And that's even with Raul Jimenez going down early. So, Harry Kane, get better soon, Raul Jimenez. Yeah, Harry Kane is staying my captain for right now, FPL graduates. Also, if you're still here, I'm thinking about on my streams each week having FPL content creators come onto my stream for like a 10-15 minute cameo and talk about your squad, so other viewers can kind of get to know who you are and see if they want to check out your channel or not. Kind of my way to... My camera's about to go out. See if I can time it perfectly. Kind of my way to give to... Woo, that was quick, man. Yeah, kind of my way to have you guys get more subscribers, which you definitely deserve. If you want to do that, let me know, man. I don't know how to do it. I'll figure out how to do it though. Yeah, so Kane is staying my captain at the moment. At the moment, I want to captain Kane, but I'm tempted to captain Werner since he might play striker instead of Jamie Abraham. Yeah. I think, yeah, that's tough, dude. Is Wilbur, are you still on here? We have some Chelsea supporters on here who can comment further on the scenario. Here we go, yo. Check out the scenario. Shout out Tribe Called Quest, one of the greatest rap groups of all time. Rest in peace, Five Dog. Yeah, dude. I personally think Werner comes in and plays striker, and Pulisic. Ooh, that's tough because is Pulisic the big question is Pulisic going to start, right? Because he's still coming back off an injury. Are they going to force him back in as a starter? I personally, if I had to guess, I do see Pulisic starting this week. I see Pulisic starting and Werner sliding back to striker, but that could easily be. I mean, you could easily see Werner on the side and Giroud up top. You know what I mean? So you never know, dude. I would like if there are any Chelsea supporters out there, let me know what you think the lineup is going to be this weekend. 98 on Donatello's. Will cap Bruno as you suggest. Oh, I hope it goes well, man. Oh, now I really hope that Bruno Fernandes does well for you if you're dropping me name on it. I hope he does well now. I really hope he does well more than just I originally because he's on my squad. FPL graduate said should bring Jesus in. Yeah, or Jesus. I thought about bringing in Jesus. If Harry Kane is for sure out, I'm gonna bring in Gabriel Jesus, especially now that Aguero's training, but he said he's not going to be playing this weekend for sure, right? So now Jesus for sure has it. FPL graduates are going to captain one of the two because it's Josh and Ben. They're going to captain Gabriel Jesus this weekend. Talk about a great shout, man. Would I captain KDB or Mahrez? I would captain KDB. I think he's just a safer pick. Mahrez is a guy who, when he plays, he averages like 6 fantasy points per game. I think that's what it was last season. Something outrageous. Or when he starts. But for me, I just love De Bruyne, dude. He's the best midfielder in the world since Carly Lloyd scored 4 in the Women's World Cup. KDB is phenomenal, man. I would captain him. That's just me, though. As a Chelsea fan for 12 years, I think Giroud will be a striker, and Werner will start as a left wing. Well, there you go, man. There's a 12-year Chelsea supporter who knows more than I do for sure about Chelsea, and they said that they think that Giroud will start as striker and Werner as a left wing. So there you go, man. And Blues FPL is another Chelsea asset, and they also think the same thing. I'll say it like this: because somebody yes, I go into the comment at the bottom. Did I take out Cancelo? Yes. If Giroud is starting as a striker, that makes Reece James Reece James looks great for this weekend if Giroud is starting as a striker. Because, I mean, Giroud has 2 things going for him. One, he has the best hair in the Prem, and he's had the best hair in the game for like 4 or 5 years now. And 2, that dude knows how to finish a cross. If Reece James is getting as far forward as I think he does versus Leeds, assuming he starts, and I see James having quite the game, man. Oh man, that would be beautiful. Now I hope Giroud starts. Oh man. Ryan Go also says that Pulisic thinks he thinks that Pulisic will come on at 60. I see that too, man. I don't think, with how many injuries Pulisic has had over the past 2 years, I don't think you rush him back in and give him 90 minutes full on. I think you kind of just give him 30-minute chunk, 45-minute chunk, 60-minute chunk, and kind of just progress him into full swing, especially because he played midweek, right, Pulisic? But yeah, dude, if Giroud starts, man, James is looking very captainable, may I say? I won't do it, but he's looking good, dude. I did take out Cancelo. The reason I brought out Cancelo, I talked about it earlier in the stream, was simply because I couldn't. I have my bench coverage for defense, if you look at it, is Kilman and Stroik. Stroik hasn't played in like 8 game weeks. He's just a cheap 4 million. I don't want to go to fixtures. He hasn't played since game week 8, but he got 0 points in that game because he gave up 4 goals. He doesn't play that much, so I don't expect him to get anything. Kilman looks like he might have lost his. I don't know about lost his starting gig, but it's still up in the air. And so if I had Cancelo and he doesn't start, is Kilman going to start week in and week out? And I don't have the bench coverage I thought I had. And so I had to get rid of him because I can't keep getting these donuts time after time. Shout out Celine Dion. And so I went with Reece James instead, and it frees up about 0.8 in funds now. So that's why I went out with Cancelo. I'm about to go Rafinha over Jota and Neto. I like Rafinha a lot, dude. This guy can ball. I think when I watch the Leeds matches, 2 guys stand out for me. 2 guys really look good. Rafinha and Jack Harrison. Those 2 guys can ball. I think, yeah, they both look really good to me. I'm not against bringing them in at all. I think it's actually a good pick. I know you're not bringing in Jota, and that obviously is a bit of a maverick move there, but I like Rafinha a lot, man. And Leeds create a ton of opportunities. I had to jump off, but Ali just hit me up. You're having a COD mobile game? Yeah, I definitely want to. I deleted COD mobile off my phone a few months ago, but I kind of want to get a few games in. I think we should get a Donatello's Call of Duty mobile squad game running. I haven't played Battle Royale in a long time. Ever since they had the update to the guns where you had to like really personalize it, it was just too much time for me with how my life was going, so I deleted it. But I'm down to get some COD games in, man. If you're down, let's get some Battle Royale in. Ziyech and James crosses towards Giroud will be lethal. Oh my gosh. Imagine that, dude. Imagine Giroud. That makes me so happy with just the thought of Giroud starting. With how many crosses James and Ziyech put in per game, if Giroud is starting, oh my gosh. Yeah, dude. I could see an assist for either of those two for sure. Because, I mean, you look at last week, Tammy Abraham would get into some really good positions, and Reece James and Ziyech would put the ball right on the money, but Tammy Abraham just couldn't put his head on it. And Giroud is a quality finisher off a cross. So they could be in for a big game, man. I agree with you. Dude, I got all new content dropping this week. If you like Call of Duty Mobile and you want to check out some good content on YouTube, check out Mr. Tripwire YT. He just hit 1,000 subscribers, man. Awesome. Congratulations. That is huge. I got all new content dropping this week. Had to take a couple weeks off because of work. I feel that. I will definitely keep an eye out for it. I think I'm gonna. I just subscribed on my burner account. So yeah, dude. I'll check it out. Because I'm usually on my burner account when I watch videos. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, dude, we should get a Call of Duty mobile game going. Let's see. Hey, I've been contemplating should I swap Rashford and Kane out for KDB and Shea Adams for a -4, or just Rashford to Mahrez. I already own Salah and Bruno, but couldn't afford KDB without taking a hit. Ooh, let me think on that. Because Rashford may not play this week, and even if he plays, I don't know. This is me speculating. I don't know how much time he'll get because they have a huge Champions League match next week, and so they might rest Rashford a little bit. As far as Kane, I don't know. That's tough, man. Danny Ings is coming back, which makes Shea Adams look a bit better. Can I think on that one a little bit? I'm gonna come back to that one in a wee bit. Because off the top, I don't know if that's something I would do personally, but I'm not against bringing in KDB by any means. Shout out Malcolm X. By any means necessary, bringing in KDB, I'm not against that at all, especially if you're going to captain him this week. Moldy, yeah, what's up, man? Welcome to chat, dude. Always a fan. Always a pleasure to have you here. Always a pleasure to have all you guys here, man. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, dude, I'm doing well. I'm just super hungry right now. The 50-cent references had me cracking up this week. Thank you. I think when I decided to drop some 50-cent references into my video this week, I think I created about. I want to go back and rewatch it and count how many times I actually dropped a lyric on it, because some of them were a little subtle. Like one of them I just said "Out of Control," which is a Mobb Deep and 50 Cent song. I think one of them. I think there were a couple that were like a little tougher to find, more than me singing. But I think I had about like 12 50 Cent references on there. And when I wrote the script, I didn't write like a script, but I do like bullet points. And when I did the bullet points, I think I had like 20 different 50 Cent lyrics on there. And it was just too much, man. The Jack Grealish one, I feel like that was just too much of a stretch. It was never going to work. My camera went off. But I went for it anyway. Anyway, I don't know what to do with your squad. Let me check it out. Your team this week is to bring in KDB, you need to downgrade Robertson. You think, I'm not sure which defender to get. Pep Roulette makes me want to stay away from City. I have Zuma. Yeah, dude, that is tough. I do. The thing with me with Robbo is now that Van Dijk is out and Joe Gomez and Allison is out right with a hammy, if I'm not mistaken. There's three key parts in that squad. But at the same time, Liverpool do so well passing the ball and keeping possession. I don't know how many chances they're going to give up with their run of fixtures. Wolverhampton, as you know, you're a Wolverhampton fan. It's going to be tough for them to score, especially with Raul Jimenez out. That Raul Jimenez thing just hurts me, man. I hope he gets better soon. Gutting. My mom works in physical therapy as well. And when I told her that he cracked his skull, she was just like, "How?" Like she couldn't get out. Anyway, I hope he gets better soon. I look at the schedule moving forward. Oh, why am I looking at that? Oh yeah, for Liverpool, Fulham can't really score all that well. Wolverhampton struggle to create. Crystal Palace, so it's hard to drop Fulham. It's hard to drop Robbo, but by any means necessary to bring in KDB, I kind of like it. If I had to, I mean, I would have to look at your squad to really see what to do. But I agree with you. Pep Roulette, as juicy as that schedule is moving forward with as far as defense goes, I don't necessarily trust any defenders. Diaz is probably the most nailed on, but even him, I'm still worried about rotation, especially if Ake comes back. Kyle Walker could obviously, he's most locked in, but even then he could probably still lose some playing time to Cancelo. So it's hard for me to really take in any seed defenders. I personally brought in Reece James instead of Cancelo this week, but I would like to see the rest of your squad, Moldy. So can you write the rest of your squad in so I can know what to do, or I could say my preference to bring in KDB. Personally, on a side note, my philosophy right now is try to get the most balanced team. So I'm trying to regulate. Shout out Nate Dogg one time, rest in peace. To regulate how many premium assets I have so I can get a balanced squad. Anyway, see, Sean, you should just captain Bruno. West Ham lead in penalty area fouls over the last 4 game weeks. Are you serious? That is a game changer. Oh, man. That makes me really consider captaining Bruno Fernandes. Scenes when he gives it to Martial, though, so he can score. I'm going to do a lot of research tonight on who to captain. I kind of pick Kane as more of like a maverick pick, because if he scores, I can see a huge gain in a green arrow. Because although he is 40% selected, I don't know how many people are actually going to captain him this week. And I really like his opportunity against Arsenal at home. But Fernandes just seems like it should be a no-brainer to pick Fernandes this week. Be right. Let's see. Stay away from City. I have Zuma. Yeah. Legend, bro. I'll always give a shout out to anyone on here who's a YouTube channel. Anyone on here who has let me see. Does anyone on here have a small business that I could shout out? Anyone on here have a business they just created, a YouTube channel, podcast, anything that I could give a shout out to, I will, because I don't know. This is what I want to do, man. But yeah, dude, Mr. Tripwire YT, if you're into Call of Duty gaming and watching some YouTube on some Call of Duty, check out Mr. Tripwire YT. Or if you have any small businesses, please shout it out in the comments, and I will definitely give you a shout out. I have in my defense Robbo, Cody, and Justin. What should I do? Thanks. I would probably get rid of Cody. The fixtures are just too tough moving forward. He doesn't really do much getting forward as well for me to warrant having him. Because what's his price right now? Let me check. I think he's 5.1, right? He's just 5 mil. So it's tough because he has Liverpool this week, Villa next week. He could come away with a clean sheet in that. But he has Chelsea, Burnley. He can come with a clean sheet. Tottenham United. So 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the next 7 games. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4, maybe 5 out of the next 7 games. I necessarily wouldn't want to start him. And at 5 mil, you could probably upgrade to, who do you have? You could probably upgrade to Reece James. I really like Reece James, maybe. You can even go Eric Dyer for Tottenham. They look pretty solid defensively. But they have a tough schedule moving forward defensively as well, though. That would be my suggestion. I would probably get rid of Cody. But at the same time, James Justin is scaring me because Ricardo Pereira did come back and play this week, although he did hurt his groin, so he won't be playing this weekend if I'm not mistaken. Castagna is still hurt, but those two guys coming in would worry me in the future for Justin, but I still think he's good for the next at least 2 game weeks. And the next 2 game weeks are really solid. After that, James Justin's fixtures do get really tough as well. And so I'd probably look at getting rid of Cody first, and then James Justin in like 2 game weeks when their fixtures get really tough and when their healthy bodies come back. Yeah, think on that because I've been thinking all week on it. Mars just might outperform KDB again. He could, man. But another big thing to think about with KDB is with Aguero out, KDB is probably still on penalties. But then again, Mahrez has taken penalties in the past with KDB on the pitch, right? I might just bring in Mahrez. I know KDB could go off for double-digit hauls. He's more nailed on than Mahrez is. But you're saving like 3.4 mil in cash if you bring in Mahrez instead of KDB. And that 3.4 can go a long way for the rest of your squad, man. Maybe that's what I would do. Let me go back to your original comment. I would probably, if it were me, I'd probably just drop Rashford and bring in Mahrez. That's what I would do. Just Rashford and Mahrez. You would still save a little bit of cash too, so you'd have some money in the bank left over. That's my opinion. I don't know. What do you guys think? He's thinking about dropping Rashford and Kane out for KDB and Shea Adams. But personally, I would probably just drop Rashford out for Mahrez if that's what you wanted to do. Keep Kane. That's my thoughts. That's my thoughts. I don't know. What do you guys think? See if the other viewers can help you out as well. That was a comment for Moldy. Let's see. Vardy or Kane? I like Harry Kane more. Jamie Vardy has better fixtures for the next 3 matches. I'll give him that for sure. Is it 3 matches? Let me fact check myself. Let's see. No Vardy, no party. 10.3 mil. Yes, so he still has 2, maybe 3 favorable matches because Everton aren't the best defensively, as long as Pickford is in goal, in my opinion. I'd probably still go Harry Kane, man. I'd probably still go Harry Kane personally. If you go Jamie Vardy, I have no problem in doing so. I think that is a great shout. If he scores, he's getting 3 bonus points, and he's playing against Sheffield next, and he's got Brighton after that. So I don't think it's the worst option because Kane has Arsenal, but then he has Crystal Palace. I'd probably go with Harry Kane, personally. Thoughts on Pedro Neto? Moldy can answer better than I can, but if you're asking me on Wolverhampton players, I dang near like every Wolverhampton player there is, man. I love Wolverhampton. I love Leeds because they play with so much passion, so much energy, and they're well coached. And so as far as every player, I like them. As far as FPL, I'd probably stay away. Let me do some fact checking on it real quick. Just on some basic stats. Over the last 3, he's averaging 2 shots per game, about 1.7 attacking attempted assists per game. 5.6 mil. I don't think there's many better options at that price if you want to go there, but again, I love Wolverhampton's squad, period. I don't think it's a worst shout. Pedro Neto. I personally would 5.6, good price for that range. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's see. I subbed. Oh, thank you for the subscription, The Bandit. I appreciate that, man. Seriously, that is. Thank you. Hopefully, I can do my best to keep y'all entertained, make you laugh, and give you some decent FPL advice, I guess, moving forward. At the end of the day, I just hope I create a culture that just makes everyone happier in life. Yeah, Kovacs away from the squad. You'll play back 3. Yes, Moldy. Why did you guys go for a back 4 last game? I feel like you're gonna get a lot of Wolverhampton questions now. But you went to a back 4 last week. I didn't get to watch any matches, but I saw that was lineup. I hit my camera, so it's gonna shake with me foot. Yeah, dude, that's tough. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, I was definitely stuttering through that. I need some food ASAP. Why ain't none of my roommates home? Dang! I was thinking of selling Greaves this week and bringing another better asset, but now I feel like I shouldn't, as they might have a double fixture coming up and would want to capitalize on that. Yeah, so Jack Grealish will have 2 double game weeks here now in the future because they missed game week 1. I think they were supposed to play City in game week 1. My camera. They were supposed to play City in game week 1, and that didn't happen. So at the moment right now, Aston Villa will have 2 double game weeks in the future. Add that on top of the next 4 game weeks. They have really good fixtures. Wolverhampton is tough because they're good defensively, but then he has Burnley, West Brom, and Crystal Palace. So 3 out of the next 4 are really good for him. And if he has a double game week in 16, even if he plays Chelsea and City, which are 2 tough squads, you're still expecting about 3 or 4 points if he gets a yellow card. And then, yeah, I'm holding on to Jack Grealish. I'll just leave it at that. Let's see. Is it worth getting rid of Grealish? I don't think so. I still think he has 3 really good fixtures moving forward. I think come game week 16, unless we hear news about a double game week, I wouldn't get rid of Grealish. But if those double game weeks don't happen for a long time, like if he has a double game week in 16 and it's Chelsea and City, that would be tough, man. I would probably just get rid of and bring back. I would look to bring him back in game week 19 though, so it would only be a 3-week hiatus. I wouldn't like him. Maybe I just hold on to him for those 3 game weeks, because if he has a double game week in that time, I'm just kind of spitballing now. I've never thought about this because the double game weeks haven't been announced. If he has a double game week anytime between 16 and 18, which looks likely if I'm not mistaken, someone correct me. If that's the case, one of those game weeks he's going to come away with 3 or 4 points, you would assume. And then you just kind of take one on the chin for United and Tottenham, because then he has Everton, Burnley, Southampton, West Ham, Arsenal, but then he has Brighton, Leicester, Leeds. So even after those, he still has a good run of fixtures, man. I still like him for a long run. Assuming he doesn't lose form, assuming he doesn't get hurt, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. I think the majority will go KDB or Vardy captain. I think so. I think you're going to see KDB be captain by over 1 million. I think you're going to see Bruno Fernandes captain by over 1 million. I think Bruno Fernandes is going to get a lot of captaincy shouts again this week. I think those are going to be the two of the highest captaincy players, only because Mahrez isn't owned by that many players. Those are going to be the two highest in my opinion. But yeah, Vardy is definitely going to get in quite a good amount of captain, especially because a lot of people brought him in last game week. Brought Wilson in because of his fixtures, and now he won't even play. That's so tough, man. That is so tough. I know it's easier said than done waiting till the last day to make your transfer, but it's so important to try to do that just in case something like that happens. That sucks. But hey, but even moving forward, he still has 3 good game weeks in front of him and a double game week coming up, so it still might not be all that bad. Do I think Abraham will be a good pick? So what I was talking with, there was a couple Chelsea fans in here earlier, and they were saying that they don't know if they wouldn't be surprised if I'll check that. They actually think that Giroud will start at striker this week and not Tammy Abraham. And if that's the case, I don't know if Abraham will even get any minutes, because the first sub will probably be to bring Pulisic in, and they might slide Werner as a striker for Giroud, or they could do what they did last week and sub out Werner and just bring in Pulisic, and then maybe Tammy Abraham will get a cheeky 15-20 minutes at striker. But in my opinion, I don't think he is a good pick. When he plays, if he plays consistently, I do think he's all right. But we're all right. Shout out That 70 Show. I don't know if he'd be a good pick, personally. I hope. The crazy thing with Tammy Abraham is I want to see him play more. I think he's earned it. He scored 15 goals last season. He scored a decent amount this season when on the field. And so I hope he gets more playing time. I hope he goes on loan, personally, so he can get more. Nato was great. I agree, man. I like Nato a lot, man. He's getting better and better. There will be a great emphasis on him to score now that Raul is injured. Scoring's got to come from somewhere on that Wolverhampton squad. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Podence? Is it going to be Nato? I don't think Traore is going to be the guy that scores. He could be more of a creator. I'd probably put my money, if someone was going to score for Wolverhampton on open play, I'd probably put my money on Podence or Nato to score, right? If I'm not mistaken. And at that cheap of a price, that could really allow you to bring in 3 heavy hitters in the middle, get that Orion's belt and Salah, Fernandes, and KDB. I like him a lot. Again, it's just Wolverhampton don't create enough for me moving forward. Do I know any other language than English? No, pero yo aprendo español todos los días. Pero yo tengo pensar antes todas las palabras yo digo. So I know a little bit of Spanish. I'm trying to work on Spanish every day. I think Duolingo says I'm up to like 3,000 words. I try to listen to some Bad Bunny so I can get some Spanish in, so I can really understand. When before quarantine happened, I would hang out with my buddy, or before COVID happened. But one of my best friends grew up in Honduras, and we tried to speak Spanish to each other as much as possible. And so I'm really trying to learn Spanish. I'm not the best at it. I still struggle my way through conversations. I still have a long way to go, but I'm trying to learn Spanish. And I try to learn one word in every language as well. So like if I meet someone from, like I said, South Africa, I could be like laka brew, and so I can get a little bit of an icebreaker. If I meet someone from Nigeria, I could say bawani. If I meet someone from Ghana, I could say etase. And so I try to learn like a few phrases here and there in every language just so I can have an icebreaker. But Spanish, I'm trying to be fluent in. I joined the Donatello's League. I thought I was already in. No worries, man. Welcome to the Donatello's Mini League. Pleasure to have you, man. Let's see. Wish we had him at United. What a baller. I agree, dude. Man, there's so many good players in the Prem right now that I don't want to say it like that. That deserve more shine than they get. That's what I'll say. They deserve more shine than they get, and I think that Nato and Pedence are among those that need it. More recognition. How's it going? Sana, welcome. My transfer this week, yeah, I'm doing well. Life's beautiful. Other than the fact that, COVID is going absolutely crazy right now in Los Angeles, and there's there's another fire in Orange County. So other than that, life is good, man. What are my transfers this week? My transfer this week, I took out Cancelo and brought in Reece James. I talked about it earlier in my stream, so I don't want to go into it too much. But I think Reece James is a baller. He's starting a lot for Chelsea. It seems like he's nailed on at this point. He didn't play in Champions League, so I'd assume he starts this week. But I brought in Reece James for Cancelo, and it frees up 0.8 funds for me in the future. Let's see. He said, do you bring in Mahrez for Grealish or Ziyech and take a -4 Vardy to Kane? I don't know if I take a -4 to bring out Jamie Vardy this week. I still think he performs against Sheffield, but I'm not against bringing in Kane, so I'm not against that. That's going to have to be a judgment call. I could see Kane going off this week, but I could also see Jamie Vardy, but I could also see them both blanking. So judgment call on that one. I like them both. My hair's going mental in the back. I should definitely change that up. Let's see. Yeah. Do I bring in Mahrez for Grealish? I would personally bring in Mahrez for. It depends. If you wanted to get someone for this week for coverage for this week, I would bring in Mahrez for Grealish, but I still like Grealish for the long run. I personally would probably bring in Mahrez for Ziyech. But as you can see in my team, I still have Ziyech in my squad, so I wanted to keep Ziyech for one more week. But if I wanted to bring in Mahrez, I would probably take out Ziyech. You planning on getting anything special for Christmas? No, because I'm going into grad school in about a month, and I'm about to be broke. I'm gonna have to take out a lot of student loans, so I don't plan on getting anything special for Christmas other than like physical therapy tools that I need to get. So I need to get what's some stuff on the checklist. I got a plinth table, which is like a massage table, so I can do some treatment on that. I'm buying a car this weekend. I'm buying a new car because I'm driving a Yukon right now, and that's too. I have to drive about 70 miles each day to school and back when we have our labs. And my Yukon right now just doesn't get good gas mileage, so I'm buying a Corolla this weekend. I'm getting an iPad Air. I need it for taking notes. But other than that, I'm just getting basic I don't know. I wish I had the list on me right now, but yeah, just physical therapy tools that I need. Nothing special. I will be wearing a Christmas sweater for my Christmas time stream though, if that is anything. It's an absolutely ridiculous sweater. I don't know why I still have it, but I do. Let's see, Moldy. I think we can cause Liverpool problems on the counterattack. I completely agree. Traore, Podence, and Nato can run at them. I think we'll play a 3-5-2 with Nato and Traore as strikers. Ooh. Nato out of position and Traore out of position. I like Nato more than Traore personally, as far as FPL asset goes, and have 3 in the midfield. I agree. Now that if I was a Wolverhampton fan, I would be. I think you could come away with 3 points this weekend. I know it's tough against Liverpool, but no Van Dijk, no Joe Gomez, no Allison. Those, cause I'm assuming they'll play Matip and Fabinho at center back. My camera. I still don't think Trent Alexander-Arnold is back this weekend either. And with that speed you guys have on the counter, I think you're right, man. I think you're going to cause Liverpool some problems. It's just going to be, can you convert them? Because Traore is not the best in front of goal. He can obviously score from time to time, but he's not the most clinical. But I agree. I'm super excited for that match. What time is that game in California? 11:15. Ooh, I get to watch that one too. Yeah, I'm pumped for that one. Dang, Nato as a striker would be such a good option. I go back to my my previous comment about Nato. Then bringing him in. If he's playing striker, then I would like him. What's up, Will? Welcome, man. About to drive and listen to your top content. Yeah, I'll do my best to create better content. Now that you're here, dude. Yeah, welcome. Hopefully, I can keep the drive entertaining. Let's see. Welcome, obviously. So, thank you for everyone who's joining here. Again, I asked it earlier, but if you have a YouTube channel, if you started a business and you want a shout out, please podcast anything. Let me know, and I'll do my best to give you a shout out. I know how hard it is for new businesses, new channels, to get some love. So I'll give you guys a shout out if you have any of those, man. Let's see. I've had Nato since Gameweek 3. He's been fantastic value. I just checked. He has 51 points, right? Let me go back to the. Let's see. Yeah, total points. Midfielders. Nato has scored more than Mane this season. He scored more than James Rodriguez, more than Mahrez, Jota, KDB, Rashford, Oh my gosh. I mean, dude. And now if he's going to be playing striker as well, I like Nato a lot, man. I mean, I've liked him as a player for a long time, but I didn't realize he was balling out like that. Dang. On a side note, Moldy, who's gonna be taking penalties for you now that Jimenez is out? Goal. So he's got 3 goals and 3 assists this season. Woo! Yeah, who's gonna be taking penalties for Wolverhampton now? I go back. I take everything back. Nato is a good option. By the way, I told you City was gonna trash Burnley Fulham next. You were right, dude. They 5-0, man. What an absolute. It could have been like 8-0, 9-0 as well, if I'm not mistaken. From the highlights that I watched, because I didn't get a chance to watch the game. Yeah, dude, they're on fire. Getting City assets in, if you can, do it. I know I don't have any. It's a bit hypocritical for me to say that. But yeah, dude, I want KDB in my squad so bad. But not for 2 game weeks. Hey, Don, I kind of have a dilemma. Let's go. Shout out Nelly one time. Great song. Who sings that song with Nelly? Anyway. Check out my squad, Haroldinho unit. Donatello's. I think you were top in the November, right? Yeah, top dog in November. Right there, Haroldinho unit. Shout out, man. Great November. Let's see. Thinking of getting rid of Zuma and Grealish for Kilman and Mahrez, or get rid of Cancelo and Vardy for Kilman and Kane. The only problem with Kilman is now that Seiss is back, I'm not entirely sure if Kilman will retain his starting gig. Again, Mouldy knows more than I do. That obviously is a worry, but you have enough coverage. It looks like you have enough coverage to do that. I'm not against that. Then let's see. Thinking of getting rid of Zuma. They're talking about microphone really soft and I'm so close. Getting rid of Zuma and Grealish for Kilman and Mahrez. Or get rid of Cancelo and Vardy for Kilman and Kane. I like. Ooh, that's tough. I see your dilemma. So if I look at your starting 11, assuming I got rid of Cancelo, that's where my biggest flaw on my squad was. Looking at your squad, Soufal is nice. Zuma I think is still all right. Chilwell, Martinez, Salah, Grealish, KDB. Love the midfield. I don't know if I would get rid of Vardy in front of Sheffield United. I mean, I know Leicester aren't really performing all that well. Nice. I know Leicester aren't performing all that well, but I still like Vardy against that squad and for the next game or for the next 2 game weeks too. I like getting rid of Cancelo because you have enough coverage that you could have Lamptey come in off the bench. I'd probably get rid of I'd probably get rid of Cancelo. If you want to bring in Harry Kane, I'm not against that at all. So my opinion would be to keep Jack Grealish, because Jack Grealish won't play this week, but you will have Lamptey coming off the bench for him. So you will have a full playing 11, which is obviously, or a full playing 10, because you won't have Martinez playing. I wouldn't worry about getting rid of Grealish. I'd worry about getting rid of Cancelo. Will Cancelo start this weekend? Who knows? You never know. He may start. You never know with Pep Roulette. My back's starting to hurt. You never know with the Pep Roulette, but it's just too much of a headache moving in game week in and game week out to keep Cancelo maybe. Or you can even start Cancelo and hope he doesn't come in for a cameo. Dang, that's tough, man. That's tough. 0.1 in the bank. I almost want to take your advice because you had an incredible November, dude. If I had to weigh those 2 options up, I would say... Oh, I do like bringing in Mahrez, though. Maybe Cancelo and Vardy for Kilman and Kane. Maybe. I don't know. That's tough. I don't know. I'll leave that one to the viewers. What do you guys think? Let's see. Salah or Fernandes for captain. I would pick Bruno Fernandes out of those 2. I think Wolverhampton just are so solid defensively that I don't know if I would necessarily... I mean, I know Salah can go off against any team, period. But I think I think Fernandes has a better option, has a higher ceiling this week than Mo Salah does, or better odds of doing it. How many points did I get this game week? I ended up with 50. 50 cent FTYCNT. On my video I dropped like 12 50-cent references in response to me dropping a 50 piece on them. I only had 4 people return this week, so 50 points is honestly not bad considering a lot of people blank for me. and Cancelo didn't play. Shout out Big L, yeah. Underground hip hop 90s style, yeah, dude. Big L, man. I was just listening to his. Let me make sure it was him. One sec. Yeah, rest in peace, Big L. What could have been, right? I was listening to his 9-minute freestyle the other day. I'm so ahead of my time. Your parents haven't. I'm so ahead of my time. My parents haven't met yet. So he had bars, dude. Yeah, shout out them, dude. I love 90s hip hop so much. To do it is Irish for hello. Did I say that right? Do you do it? I don't know if I said that right. Is for hello. So if you ever go to Ireland, you got that. Do you do it? I don't know if I said that right. I might be absolutely just destroying that phrase. I definitely want to go to Ireland too, man. That place looks beautiful. Do you do it? If I'm saying that wrong, please correct me. Some Swedish for you. A simple how's it going? Hur all laget. Oh, I butchered that one too. If I bump into Zara Larson. I actually know one. So one of my best friends I met in England lives in Sweden now, or he grew up in Sweden and he moved back with his wife. He lives in Sweden, and actually my parents went and stayed with him when they went to Sweden. The only Sweden I know is how do I put this? I don't know how clean it is for YouTube. If I had a podcast, the only Swedish I know is snikrumpa or snälla snicka dig rumpa for me. Those are the only two things I know. Those are the only two things he taught me. But hur är laget? I gotta memorize that. Let me screenshot some of these. Oh, if I bump in his yeah, so those are the only Swedish that I know, and I've met some Swedish people, and every time I say it, they just laugh. But I don't know how appropriate it is to be saying. Like if I met Zara Larson, I would not say that to her at all. And I hope it's not as worse than what he told me that it is. Oh, dude, she's awesome. Now I gotta really remember. I really gotta know how to say that for if I bump into her. Shout out Sweden one time. I gotta go there. I was gonna go there in the summertime to Sweden, but obviously COVID hit. Let's see. Ayo, bro. Love the hustle. Thanks for keeping up with these vids, man, while going to classes. I hate to say it, but I'm gonna have to tone it down. First off, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. But I think I'm gonna have to tone it down here in the next few weeks. Just because life's been tough now, but my schedule in 4 weeks is gonna get hectic, and so I'll still stream. I think I'm still gonna stream at least once a week. Probably on Sundays is probably the best shout. But I don't know. My videos are definitely gonna have to take a bit of a backseat moving forward. But I appreciate you. I appreciate that, man. That means a lot. Also, on my last video I posted, I didn't realize that I put all my tags I put in my YouTube video were like Game Week 10. And so I woke up and I was like, man, I didn't get that many views until I realized that everything was Game Week 10, and that sucked. Do I think there will be a West Brom upset against Crystal Palace regarding Crystal Palace's form without Zaha? I don't know if that would be an upset, personally. In my opinion, I think West Brom have been playing sneakily well. If we look at their last few games, West Brom lost. They won last week against Sheffield, although I heard Sheffield had a lot of opportunities. The week before that, they lost 1-0 to United. The week before that, they lost 1-0 to West Ham. The week before that, they why am I not seeing them? 2-0 to Fulham, they lost. So they're giving up about 1 goal a game right now over the past 4. And Crystal Palace don't look that good attacking-wise. So I wouldn't be upset to see West Brom score, honestly. West Brom win. I still think Crystal Palace wins, but I don't think that would be terrible if that. I don't think I would be too surprised if that happens. Let's see. Back to me comments is yeah. Where we at? Let's see. I gotta memorize that Swedish phrase now. Let's see. That's great. Wolves in a nice brunch for you. Yeah, dude. That's perfect, man. Oh, I love Wolverhampton too. You know what's funny? Yeah, I love watching Wolverhampton and Leeds play, because I know I said it earlier, but I just love the passion and the discipline and I just love how they play, man. I love how well they're coached. I expect Fabio Silva will play as well. He's only 5.2, just not expecting much as him as he is a kid. Yeah, Neves is on penalties. Ooh. So Neves on penalties might be a good shout, but I don't know how much penalties he'll get against Liverpool. What's the max amount? Fabio Silva. I need to look more into him. How's that American looking on Wolverhampton's under 23 side? Is that where he's at? How's that American looking, by the way? Let's see. Nocturnal Fish. What's up, Nocturnal Fish? What's the max amount of auto subs FPL will make? As much as you have on your bench, you can only. I mean, if you have a goalkeeper and 3 playing attackers, or 3 other players, sorry. If you have 4 people who aren't playing, those 4 will get subbed in. So 4, I guess, would be the max. Let's see. Sana says, I might do Grealish to Mahrez and Kane to Vardy, as Kane plays Sheffield United. Kane plays Crystal Palace next. Kane plays Crystal Palace next week, if I'm not mistaken. Swoop. Bop balop bamboo. Whoop de scoop. Whoop de scoop. Yeah, he plays Crystal Palace next week, Harry Kane. I might do Grealish to Mahrez and Vardy. I might do Grealish to Mahrez and Kane to Vardy, as Kane plays. He'll play them next. So next week I can change Ziyech to Jota, then bring back Grealish for double game week. Yeah, that's a good plan. Not against that at all. Let's see. Mahrez and Kane to Vardy and Kane. I like Mahrez as captain. I think it's a good shout. I don't think that's the worst option. I think that's a good idea. I personally am keeping on to Harry Kane myself, so I don't think it's bad at all. You're pronouncing Dia right, but do it is pronounced like quit. Hard to write in words, to be honest. It's pronounced like, is it Gwit? Did I say that right? Gwit? Dia Gwit? To write in words, to be honest. Dia Gwit. I'm after this, I'm probably gonna Google how to, or YouTube how to say it. No worries, Nocturnal Fish. Have you used your transfer this week, and if so, who? Yeah, so I used my transfer this week to transfer out Joao Cancelo and bring in Reece James. I did that. I talked about that, I think, like at the beginning of the stream, but I did that because Joao Cancelo may start versus Fulham and he could bag 10, 11 points, and I wouldn't be surprised. But I also wouldn't be surprised if he sits 4, 5, 6 game weeks out in a row, and I just can't have that. I thought I had better bench depth than I do. I have Kilman on my bench, but I don't know. It's too iffy with him moving forward, so I'm not sure if I have enough bench depth to cover Joao Cancelo as I previously thought. And so I'm just bringing in Reece James. Reece James is an absolute baller, and it saves me 0.4 in cash. I think 0.5, 0.3, anyway, something like that. And so I dropped Joao Cancelo. It wasn't the sexiest move at all, bringing in a defender, but I love Reece James, man. That guy is phenomenal, and he's starting way more than I thought. I think he was hurt for Game Week 3 where he didn't play, or Game Week 4, something like that. But he started 5 game weeks in a row, and that dude could ball, man. Moyes may do a job on what could have been United. Revenge, Mourinho did. Oh. Could. I mean, that's tough. I mean, manager can only do so much. At the end of the day, the players got to go out and ball, right? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if West Ham comes away with a point here, at least. Just because, I only say that because United have such a big game next week that is way more important than a game versus West Ham is. Next week they play Leipzig in Champions League, and they need to come away with some points there. And so I wouldn't be surprised if United say we're going to rest some players this week. We're going to rest Rashford. It wouldn't surprise me. So maybe Moyes does do a revenge job, man. Maybe. Let's see. I did say that right. Oh, sweet. Diaguit. Oh, I feel like I messed it up now. Diaguit. Yeah, Diaguit. Oh, man. Let's see. I meant Crystal Palace. So hoping he gets a few goals and makes up for the -4. I think so. I think Harry Kane will. I personally, as you see here, I have the captaincy armband on him at the moment. But I can easily switch over to King Bruno, the King, here in a minute. You never know, man. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, you're awesome. My favorite American. That means a lot, man. Especially because Will Smith is American and he's awesome. Who else? Dwayne The Rock Johnson's American. That dude is awesome. No, I appreciate that, man. That means a lot, dude. Yeah, thank you. That means a lot. I'm up to 319K in the world. That you've put yourself in a great position moving forward to really make some great bumps. And dude, 319K, man, that's awesome. That is awesome. I'm dang near 3.19. I'm at 319 mil at the moment. I think I'm at 2 mil. Yeah, 2.8. Yeah, so you got about 3 million. Oh man, great start, dude. Great start. I joined the Donatello's Palmview United, and I really appreciate you. I will really appreciate you take a look. Give me advice. Yes, sir. Donatello's. You should be down here. Whoa, we got a lot of new people. Sweet. Palmview United was good. It started in Gameweek 3. All right. Wildcard played. Ooh. All right. Let's see. Previous game week and tell me your advice for this game week. So I got to see how much cash you got in the bank. You got no money in the bank. Carter Vickers. Oh, you got Carter. I think that's the first time I've ever said Carter Vickers here on the stream, man. Sick. Let's go, dude. USA. USA. Let's see. Looking at your squad. Foden for me is a tough one just because I never know if he's going to play week in and week out. If he plays, obviously he's a good pick, period. I do think he plays this week if I had to guess. You better call Tyrone. Call him. If you guys ain't heard that song, go listen to Erykah Badu singing Tyrone. An absolute classic. Let's see. I like Diogo Jota. Check that. I love your midfield, except for Foden does scare me week in and week out. But you do have NATO coming in off the bench as a cover, and so that's good. So I'm not worried about that anymore. Jamie Vardy is dope. Calvert-Lewin I'd be worried about for next week. After next week. Thank you, Ali, for showing up, man. I appreciate that. Hope you have a good weekend too. Hopefully you have some huge green arrows this weekend, man. Huge green arrows for all. I hope everyone here gets green arrows. Big green arrows this weekend. Go back to it. Your defense, Jamal Lewis is a bit shaky. Obviously, he's not playing this weekend, so you hopefully Cancelo starts. That's definitely a worry there, just for this game week alone. Cancelo, as you saw in my squad, I did drop Cancelo myself, and so that would be one that I would look at. Bamford I like a lot. Vardy I like, especially for these next 2 game weeks. Even 3, I would say the next 3 game weeks I like. After that, I would get rid of them. No room for racism is a fact. So I love the jersey. Let's see. Yeah, that would be my suggestion. If I had to make a transfer this week, if I had to, I would probably switch out my camera. That one took a long time for me to reswitch. I'd probably switch out Cancelo and bring in maybe a Chelsea asset, but that's only because that's what I did. That's where I was looking at. Maybe, and I would look. Dang. Maybe hold a transfer so next week you can really have the funds to really maybe switch out Calvert-Lewin and go into the mid, and maybe bring in who's a 7 point. Maybe bring in Jack Grealish next week for Calvert-Lewin if you hold a free transfer. Yeah, Cancelo scares me, but you have enough coverage on it as far as defenders go. Like Jamal Lewis will play week in and week out. Mings will, Robbo will. Nato will cover you for Phil Foden. As far as so if it were me, if I had to do it, I would save a transfer this week. So I do like your team going into the week, and I would probably switch out Calvert-Lewin next week for maybe Jack Grealish to the midfield and bring in like Riyad Brewster as a forward, or I could swap out, and then I would look to bring out Jamie Vardy in 2 weeks and bring in, I don't know, because Harry Kane has a tough 2 fixtures after that too. Maybe after that Everton match, I bring in Harry Kane, because I think Harry Kane, if you don't have any, yeah, there you go. After game week 13, Maybe bring in Harry Kane for that juicy run of fixtures there. That's just off the top of my head. Hopefully that helps. Let's see. Also, thank you for joining the mini league, man. John says, should I downgrade Kane to Wilson and upgrade Hamas to Bruno? My only worry with bringing in, the hard part with bringing in Wilson, he's not playing this week, so you're pretty much bringing in a player who's not going to play, which is tough. But he will have a good run of fixtures for the next 3. I do like getting rid of James Rodriguez, maybe save him for one more week, but I do like getting rid of James, and I check that. I like getting rid of James, and I love bringing in King Bruno. Yeah. But I don't know if I would bring in Callum Wilson. Maybe I'd bring in, Antonio's hurt too. Maybe bring in like Shea Adams, Bamford, Ollie Watkins has a blank too. I don't know. That's tough. And I still like Harry Kane this week. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I could help more. That's a tough pickle you're in. Only because Wilson's blanking and Ollie Watkins is blanking. I do love bringing in Bruno Fernandes though. If you really wanted to, that's tough. I wish I could help more. A best free hit squad. Let me look at it real quick. I would get rid of Martinez, obviously. Let's get rid of Salah. Looking at the best players for this week, I'd definitely start at Man City. I would bring in KDB. Let's bring in Diogo Jota as well. I haven't done any research on this, so this is just off the cuff real quick. Look at all those injuries Liverpool have right now. Oh my gosh. Is Thiago going to play this weekend? That's big. That's big, man. He hasn't played since Gameweek 5, and he looked really good then. Let's see. As far as strikers, Bamford would be out. Dang. Grealish is obviously out. I would bring in... I think I might still... Jeez. It really put me on the fly here. Kyle Walker. I'd probably bring in Kyle Walker for my City defense just for this game week because he sat this week during Champions League, so I see him starting. How much money I got left? 19 mil I still got left. I could bring in. Let's see. What am I doing? Mahrez. Man, this is tough. Let's look for a cheap forward. A lot of dead air. I'm not talking too much right now because I got to talk. Am I streaming tomorrow? I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow. If I did a deadline stream, I would have to wake up. What time's the first game? If I did a deadline stream, like everyone's doing right now, every other YouTube content creator, so that'd be if I did that, I would have to wake up at 2:30 in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. I could just, I guess, stay awake till 2 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, I don't know if I could do that, man. Let's see. So next time I'll be streaming will be Sunday after the last match is as finalized, which would be around. I keep skipping it, which would be around 1:20, something like that. And then it's dang, goalkeeper. This is taking me a while. This is this isn't my finalized one. Henderson. Too many players from City. Maybe I'd go. Oh, my screen bugging right now. Maybe I go. Call Tyrone. Call him. I don't know who I'd go in goal. Maybe Mendy. I have 6.5 left in the bank. And I'd bring in. Wilson's not playing. Maybe that's what it would look like. Something like that, just off the top of my head. And I would captain KDB if I did a free hit squad, something like that. Something like that. All right. Do I follow anyone? Also, thank you for showing up, the Bandit. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for showing up. Do I follow anyone else on YouTube about FPL? I follow a lot of people on YouTube about FPL. There are so many good content creators out there, and not enough of, and a lot of them that are really good don't get enough credit for the quality they possess. Off the top of my head, I think I follow Americans Talk FPL. I think they are very knowledgeable. They've been playing the game for like 13 years, if I'm not mistaken. They have top 10K finishes. They're really good. They do more podcast type feels. They post like once a week. They also do Champions League talk. I follow FPL Graduates. I just did a guest cameo on their video that dropped today. FPL Graduates. They're new. I think they're good. FPL Ibracadabra. I know he's busy with school. He's not posting as much. FPL Tips Harry. FPL Tips with a Z. He just passed 1,000 subscribers. I think he is phenomenal. I think he is very knowledgeable with his game. Obviously, I follow Let's Talk Andy FPL. Let's Talk FPL. There are a couple people that joined here, like Prem Tipster FPL just joined. I just checked them out. Blues FPL. I got a lot of people I got, man. Let me go through my subscriptions real quick. FPL Family, yeah, FPL Family. Their energy is so amazing, man. I wish I could recreate their chemistry is great, their energy is great, and they have fantastic knowledge of football and FPL. And so I love FPL Family. I big fan of them. Big fan of them. FPL Juice I follow. Nathan Bacon is phenomenal. He's freaking funny. FPL Penguin. FPL Penguin is this close to 1,000 subs, which is a huge milestone for him. Polestar, FPL International, FPL Escapades. I'm going through my list right now. FPL Codebreakers, FPL Gents, FPL Vision, Fantasy Sports Feed. There's a ton, dude. FPL Waffle, FPL Population, FPL Advice, FPL Nerd, Desi FPL. There are a ton, man. So yeah, oh, that's not the right. I need to go back to my burner account now. So there are a ton of FPL YouTube content creators that produce phenomenal stuff, man. And I always like to shout out the newer one just because it's so hard for new content creators to get some love. Like FPL Family is phenomenal. Not everyone knows about them, but they have a lot of subscribers. Dude, I love FPL Family, man. They're so fun to tune into. But yeah, I listen to a lot. Any last questions? I feel like it's kind of wrapping up here. The stream. It seems like the stream's kind of fading out a little bit. So any last questions? Any last comments you want to throw in? Hopefully I'll do my best to answer it. FPL Dave is hilarious. Yeah. Does he really? Yeah, he does. He does. FPL Dave. Let me check him out. Why do I feel like do I subscribe to him on my burner account? Because it's not. I didn't see him on my my real one. I don't follow him. I've never heard of FPL Dave. Thank you. Camera went out. This is why I love. This is why I love shouting out new squads because there's so many FPL content channels that I haven't checked out. Wait, is a free hit worth it if not playing 10-man at 4 at the back? I don't think a free hit is worth it this week unless you want to go big with city assets. I personally like the free hit more when, like at the end of the season last year when a lot of people were just like Salah got benched, Mane got benched, and they're just like, hey, we're not going to play these guys because they're either hurt or the season's over, so there's no need to play them, let them rest. Or maybe in like the double game weeks, because there's going to be a ton of double game weeks here in the future. Then you can save a free hit then, so then you could have you'd essentially have like 20 people playing because you'd have maybe 5 or 6 players who have a double game week, and you could use your free hit better then. So I personally like. Also shout out Daft man, welcome FPL Swan baby, woo. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying. I definitely forgot what I was saying. Yeah, I would like to save a free hit for later when double game weeks get announced. FPL Dave. I need to check out FPL Dave. I got to switch back to my real account real quick on my phone. FPL Dave. He drinks while he streams. I thought about doing that, but I feel like I would get too just subscribe to him. I feel like I would get too tongue-tied I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe if I hit 1,000 subscribers, that's how I'll celebrate hitting 1,000 subscribers. But yeah, I get super energetic when I drink though, so be prepared if that happens. Let's see. That's hilarious. He drinks all. I don't know if I could get it. I don't know if I could do that. I would definitely start slurring. Anyway, FPL Davis hilarious. And I just dreaded that one. All right, mate. Team ready. And also, I also have a problem when anyway. My team is officially ready. The only question I have now is who am I going to captain? Daff, my captain right now is going to be Harry Kane, man. That is my squad right now. I'm going a bit Top Gunny and captaining Harry Kane instead of Bruno Fernandes. But I kind of like it, man. I kind of like it. And when's the game, actually? Am I going to be able to watch that game? 8:30 in the morning, so I can watch the game. So, yeah, I'm captaining Harry Kane, which might be a huge mistake. But we'll see. I'm going to check out FPL Dave's videos right after this. I will read. Wait. Oh, no, I read that in 3 minutes, dude. All right. I'm definitely caught up on comments, man. That's one thing for sure. I try to... Also, any feedback, obviously I would love, man, if you have any what's the word I'm looking for? Any feedback, any sort of tips on how I could be a better streamer, how I can make better videos, I would definitely accept that, man. One of those things has to be getting caught up on comments and not taking 15-20 minutes to answer a comment. Let's see. Let's see. Make some merch. I don't know if what merch could I even make, man? What would be good? Like, I don't know, shirts that say camera went off. Some sort of hip. I don't even know what I can make for merch. If some hip hop. What if I recreated hip hop? No, because then I might get in trouble for would that be plagiarizing if I recreated hip hop albums and just anyway. I would love to make merch, man. Merch is definitely something I would love to make in the future. I just don't know what I would make it of. If there would be anything cool enough to do of mine. Obviously, any ideas would be appreciated. I followed Dave FPL when he streamed on Twitch about a year ago. Do people do FPL on Twitch? Is that a thing? If that's a thing, I gotta start jumping on Twitch, man. I almost feel like Twitch would be better for me than YouTube because I'm terrible at graphic designing. I'm terrible at editing. I feel like streaming is the way I gotta go. Anyway, let's see. If Twitch is a thing, please let me know because I would love to make a Twitch account. Also, I kind of want to stream a live event. If you would be willing, I don't know if you would want to watch me, but I would like to one day live stream a game like Spurs Arsenal because I have a captaincy going there and live stream my reactions to the madness that happens. Thank you, Nocturnal Fish. Thank you so much for showing up. I appreciate that, man. Let's see. Followed up Semedo to Diaz for a -4. I think so. I think that long term, I think that's a good pick. I think Semedo is without good fixtures, I wouldn't have Semedo. I think he's too much money. Yeah, I like Diaz. A -4 is always tough though to bring in a defender for a -4. You're almost pretty much saying I need a clean sheet because I don't know if Diaz will get any goals. So you're pretty much just expecting a clean sheet, and one goal from Fulham will definitely throw a wrench into it. But in the long-term scenario, I still like Diaz long-term better than I like Semedo. And yes, no City for my team. I don't think I'll be watching that game, to say the least. I really want to bring in Mahrez, but I don't think bringing in Mahrez instead of Ziyech is the move this week. I probably should do it. Maybe I don't know if I'd do it for a -4. The only other City asset that I would want would be KDB, and to bring him into my squad would just cost too much money. It would cost me to take a -8, and that wouldn't be worth it. So I'm just gonna have to hide behind my couch and just cower in fear, hoping De Bruyne doesn't drop a 15-piecer on me. I'll send some examples. What's your email? My email, I'll drop it in here right now. That is my email. That's my email down there. It's a email account I made when I was 15 15 years old and the phrase "you dig" was important. Like there's a radio station that here goes like Power 106. Oh no, that's "you heard." It would be like "you dig." Who said that back in the day? Anyway, "you dig" was a phrase that definitely wore out really quickly, and now my email account looks fishy to say the least, suspicious. The Football Terrace is good. Terry is a United fan, but I wouldn't hold that against him. Let's see. Football Terrace. $178,000 subscribers. Woo-wee. All right. I'm checking them out after this. Dang, that's incredible. That's awesome, man. I'm checking it out. I also, any FPL channels or football channels I love checking out, man. Let's see. My camera would be class. I know. I thought about what if I got a new camera for my streams. Then it wouldn't be as fun when not every 15 minutes my camera doesn't go off. Yeah, a camera would be cool, man. I don't even know what you could do for merch. Like hoodies, jerseys, shirts, cups, hats. I don't know, man. Hats would actually be pretty dope. If I made like put the FPL down there, that'd be pretty sweet. My email was at 12:50. It's in between Mr. Enigma. Also, Mr. Enigma, welcome, dude. Thank you for joining the chat, dude. Let's see. It was only Dave. Less viewers. I prefer Twitch for live streams. I gotta check out live streams, man. Or I gotta check out Twitch. I've never even joined Twitch. I don't even know it. I know it's streaming, but man, I've always wanted to. Yeah, I gotta join Twitch, dude. Can you help me with my squad, please? Yes, Mr. Enigma, I absolutely can. It is. Oh yeah, my email account, if it's not there, is smhyadig@yahoo.com. If you can't see it, let's see. McCarthy, I like. Chilwell, love. Dallas, like a little bit. Yeah, Target's. I still think Target's good moving forward. Mitchell's out. Justin is definitely on the chopping block here in the next few weeks. Salah, Son, Ziyech, Grealish, Mendy, Kane, DCL, Watkins. 3 Aston Villa players, as you can see. That is not good for the week. But you will have a double game week here in the future. If I had to make a move, you got 2.3 mil in the bank and a free transfer. Oof, that's big. If I had to make a move on your squad, I would maybe upgrade my defense a little bit and get 2 good defenders that I can rely on. Maybe get Target out there. Maybe bring in DS or double up on Chelsea like I have. That'd be one move. Maybe get rid of Justin because I would keep James Justin for a couple more weeks. If you have Son at this point, I would keep Son. You don't have Bruno Fernandes. Maybe I would drop Ziyech and bring in Bruno Fernandes. Check that. Because you can have Chilwell play this week, you can have Dallas play this week, and you can have James Justin play this week, so I wouldn't worry about Target. You have Salah, Son, Mendy, who can come in off the bench. Chilwell, Dallas, Target, McCarthy, Mendy, Ziyech, Son, Salah, Kane, DCL. I would get rid of... I would just... Whoop. My camera, no! Alright, I gotta switch over to my my laptop camera here. Give me 1 sec as I bring you into the Matrix. That means I officially got to wrap it up when my camera goes off. The Don's got to log off. All right. So if I had to make a move, I would probably drop Ziyech and bring in Bruno Fernandes. That would be my move. Would you have enough cash though? You'd probably be a bit short though, huh? 8.2, that'd be 10.5. Yeah, I don't know if you have enough cash. Dang. Oh. I would hold on to Grealish. I wouldn't get rid of him. Maybe, again, Target maybe out. I would maybe get Target out. That's a really tough one, Mr. Enigma. Maybe Ziyech. If you can't bring in Bruno for Ziyech, maybe Mahrez or Mendy. How much is Mendy? Let me check out, see how much he is. 4.5. Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to get anything from him. Because Diogo Jota, you might be able to get. You could get Diogo Jota. Get Diogo Jota in for Mendy. That would be another good option. Diogo Jota in for Mendy. You could get Ziyech if you had enough or maybe you could get Son. Take out Son and bring in KDB for Son. That gives you a nice captaincy option this week as well. Those are just a few options I would consider. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helped. Hey, I have Martinez, Wilson, and Grealish. Have Podence and Soufal. I think it's Soufal, right? Coming off the bench as it stands, no keeper. Wanted to save my free transfer, but should I do McCarthy in as a sub keeper? That's hard because McCarthy could get a clean sheet against Brighton, and that would be essentially 6 extra points you would get from Martinez. But you're 0.1. Oh, you're 0.1 off from getting Jota. That sucks. Yeah, hopefully that helped, Mr. Enigma. Going back to Michael. I would keep Grealish for sure. I might even be tempted to keep Wilson because his next 3 matches are really good, and he'll have a double game week, so I'd probably keep them both. As far as Martinez, that'd be a lot to go without. We have Podence and Soufal coming off the bench. I'm not going with the keeper this week. I don't think it's worth it for my squad structure to sub him out. So I'm gonna keep Martinez. I have zero problem if you do bring in a keeper, because even if he gets 1 or 2 points, that's still 2 points. But even then, look how far up the camera is. I'm in a weird location right now, innit, on the webcam. Let me just drag this down a wee bit. Nope, that's not what I want to do. That's what I want to do. Cool. Shout out Oddbin one time. My only problem with bringing him out is that Martinez will have a double game week in the future, and so he'll essentially make up those points later. And I wouldn't want to take 2 transfers to bring in McCarthy and then maybe bring Martinez back in. So I would probably just keep Martinez. I know it's tough to go with 10 people, but I'd probably just save my free transfer, honestly, and wait till next week. That's tough, though. I agree with going with 10 men. Rest of the team, you got Chilwell, Love, James, Love, Lamptey, Love, Salah, Love, KDB, Fernandez, Bamford, DCL. Everybody else I really like, so I would personally roll that free transfer and just bite the bullet and get the 10 men now and save. And because you'll have 2 double game weeks with Martinez moving forward, so I got no problem with Martinez going that route. 2 double game weeks for Martinez and good run of fixtures for the next 4 or 5, whatever it is. Let's see. Yeah, with your team, Mr. Enigma, yeah, maybe get rid of Ollie Watkins, but there's no other striker I like in that price range. You got to maybe if Ollie, you wouldn't be able to have enough money to go to Danny Ings, because Danny Ings is starting to train, and I would have an eye on him. I might just bolster up that defense a little bit. I think my new philosophy is having 2 defenders that I can rely on consistently. Like I mean, I know Dallas is good, Target's good, Justin's good, but I like having like for me, Chilwell, James, Robbo, stuff like that. Kyle Walker, I don't know. It's a tough pickle you're in, man. Maybe get rid of Target. Let's see. Brought in Antonio yesterday. Oh, gutting. That sucks. Antonio was doing so. Antonio might just have to be one of those players that I don't know if I could bring him in anymore. Now that he's look at how crazy my hair is right now. He's consistently hurt. When he plays, he's phenomenal, but bringing him in to bring him out, -4 just to take him out is tough, man. Or even if you wait till next week, wasting a transfer on that. My condolences, Finley. That's part of FPL, right? That's part of the struggle of FPL. There's beauty in the struggle. Shout out J. Cole. That's tough. Thoughts on Werner this week against Leeds? I like him against Leeds, man. I haven't done enough research on Teemo Werner because I haven't been thinking about bringing him in. But I like Werner against Leeds, man. Leeds give up a ton of opportunities, and Werner is most likely going to be playing or starting. So I like Werner a lot, man. I'm a big fan. Thinking to upgrade my sub keeper and keep Martinez too. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. And have a dual threat keeper, because that would essentially give you at least 2 points, 1 point if it goes bad. That's not a bad option, because then you would still keep the 2 double game weeks coming up for Martinez in the future, and you would get some points this week. That's not a bad option. Yeah, and I think, let me see if I can get their schedules together and see how they line up. Let's go steer out. Let's just see what McCarthy is. Southampton. All right, I'm going to wrap this up here in a little bit. Get any last questions you can. I got work here calling me name. Any last questions, comments, concerns? If you have a YouTube channel, small businesses, please drop them below. Support your local businesses. Let's see where they at. I can't put them next to each other. I got to put McCarthy. Okay, so I got to get Basuma out. Sorry, this is taking me a little bit. Put in Johnny Sims. So their schedules, you got McCarthy 1 week playing Bright. Okay, why did I do that? That's not what I need to do. I need to bring in a Villa player. What am I doing? I need a Villa player. Oh man, I need some food. Stat, man. Take Sims out. Bring in Lansbury. All right, so if you did that double keeper thing, you would have between McCarthy and Martinez, because you could do Johnstone, a bonus point magnet. We were talking about Johnstone quite a bit in this stream, because he's gonna get save points all the time. And with how many saves he's get, West Brom don't have anyone else on their squad really that gets bonus points if they win or do well. And so Johnstone could be a nice pick. It's just they're going to get a lot of goals scored against them. That's my only concern. But save points, let's see. Just between McCarthy and Martinez, you would have both of them would have good fixtures next week. Week after that, you would start Martinez versus Burnley, and then West Brom, and then you would start McCarthy in game week 15. So they have a decent run of back and forth between each other. That's not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. If you want to go backup keeper, it would get you a couple points, which obviously goes a long way in FPL. That's not a bad idea at all. My keepers are Martinez and Johnstone. Thoughts? Yeah, I like Johnstone a lot, man. I mean, I wouldn't have him as my one and only keeper. If I had Johnstone, it would be for like you have rotating keepers there with Martinez. In that case, I like him. Let's look at Johnstone these past few games, right? Look at it. He's had in his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In his last 8 game weeks, his lowest points. He scored less than 3 points only once. That's remarkable, considering Martinez in that same game week has scored 1 point, 1 point, 0 points. So as far as consistently, you're almost gonna get consistent at least 3 points from him because he's gonna always get clean. He's always gonna get save points. And look at his bonus points. He's up there all the time. That's nice bonus points there at the far right. I squeaked again. Yeah, Johnstone, he looks good, man. He got 3 points against Chelsea. He got 3 points against Tottenham, 4 against United. So he's even against big squads, he's doing all right. His upcoming fixtures, he's got Crystal Palace, he's got Newcastle, which are 2 very good games for him. City obviously is tough, but then he's got Villa, who's a little tough as well, Liverpool. So game weeks 13 to 15, you would have a backup keeper coming in for him, like Martinez. And then after that, it's nice. I kind of like the Johnstone pick. I kind of like it. I'm not against that at all. Man, that's nice. I don't know if I would get him personally, but again, I like that shout. All right, any last questions? Anything you want to get off your chest? Any captaincy questions? Anything at all before I wrap this thing up? Before I do, I know we got a few more questions. I'm not going to wrap it up just now, but thank you everyone for showing up. I appreciate all the support, man. You guys are the absolute best. I can't put into words how much I appreciate you guys. I love doing these streams. They really brighten up my day. When I go to work here in like an hour, Lifting heavy boxes is not the funnest thing in the world to do, but streaming is, so it definitely puts a smile and makes working a lot easier, a lot better. Is Zaha playing? I appreciate everyone's support. Let me see if Zaha is playing. Let me see. I read something about him on Fantasy Football Scout's Twitter this morning. Let me see if I could find it. Roy Hodgson confirms that Wilfred Zaha and Milivojevic, did not say that right at all, Milivojevic. Zaha is back in contention after the recent spells in self-isolation. Nathan Ferguson is making good progress. So it sounds like, according to Roy Hodgson, Wilfred Zaha is back in contention after self-isolation. So I think he is back. Now, will he start full-time? I don't know if he goes 90 minutes, but it seems like he's going to be back and ready to go. So I don't think there's any more concern with that. As someone who doesn't own Zaha, and the fact that he's owned by like 20% of people, how much is he at right now? 15% selection. And he's got West Brom. That's a good shout, man. He might have a good day against them. So yeah, he's back, dude. Allow him to reintroduce himself. His name is Zaha. All right, any last questions? Concerns? Yeah, so Zaha looks like he's playing. Captaincy pick this week. I got Harry Kane as my captain right now. I can easily switch to Fernandez late tonight, listening to music. My one transfer I made this week was brought to you by Kid Cudi. I was listening to, I forgot what song. Was it Pursuit of Happiness? I don't know. It was off of Man. I think it was off of Man on the Moon. I think that's what I was listening to. Listening to some Kid Cudi. Made the transfer from Joao Cancelo to Reece James. That's the one transfer I made this week. Have Harry Kane as my captain. Can easily switch to Bruno Fernandes. My future transfers are probably going to be Calvert-Lewin out. Am I going to bring in Danny Ings? Am I going to drop him and bring in Riyad Mahrez next or in 2 weeks? I don't know. A lot of options to be making. Am I going to drop Ziyech and bring back Son? Am I going to drop Ziyech and go for Diogo Jota? A lot to concern. Find out next week on Dragon Ball Z. Any last questions, concerns? Looks like everybody be wrapping up. I wish everyone has a great game week 11. That's what we be on. Hope everyone has a great game week 11 filled with some huge green arrows. Thank you everyone for tuning in, man. I appreciate it so much. I can't thank you guys enough for one being so supportive, and two, just making the stream active, man. I love. I definitely have things prepared and for what to talk about, but you guys lead the conversation, man. I love it. I appreciate all you guys' support. Hope you guys have a big green arrow. I'm kind of stalling if there's any last questions, so I can stalling. If there's any last questions, if you're asking me what I'm going to be watching this weekend, I got one episode of The Wire left. I got one episode of The Good Place left. Mandalorian's got their new episode dropping today. I want to watch the Batman series before I go back to grad school. I'm trying to watch the Lord of the Rings series before I go back to grad school. So those are what's on my watch list. That has nothing to do with FPL, other than the fact that it is... yeah, I guess that's just who I am these days. Let's see. If you are here, I will be live streaming again on Sunday after the last game has finished, and that looks like it's going to be about 1:20ish, 1:30 maybe, something like that. That will be that I will live stream at that moment, so you guys can come and laugh at how I only scored about 33 points this week. I hope I didn't jinx myself. Reverse psychology there. Yeah, thank you everyone for showing up. I guess I'll wrap it up there. Appreciate everyone's support, man. Have a great weekend. Everyone stay safe. And take some time out of your day to make someone smile, make someone laugh. And as always, Don out, man. Take care. And I hit the end stream button.